I understood that food is energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be eating like rice and chicken, broccoli.
Yep.
So that's actually, I love it. Like it tastes so good. I would eat it every day, every single meal if I could. Like I know it's boring and stuff, right? But boring gets results.
I always thought of it this way when I see parents who struggle to pick up their kids or something like that, or like carry their kids to bed. If I think of myself in the future, I don't ever want to be that kind of person. Or I don't ever want to be a person who can't play with his children as they get older, you know?
Yeah.
Whether they're learning sports or they're swimming in the water or even in a knock on wood, like nobody should ever have to deal with this, but a time where you might need a physical ability to save your kid. I think that's a huge motivator in a sense where, not necessarily even a huge motivator, but I think that's something that should be in the background of your mind, especially if that's something you want to keep throughout your life, right?
I actually never thought about that.
Yeah.
I was never into fitness. I weighed probably, when I remember in grade 10, probably like 140, 135 pounds.
Right.
But I could jump.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I could still jump, and the thing is, the only reason why I could jump is just the reps. That's the only reason. No weight training, no nothing.
Pretty much I have to sell myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not in that way.
Not
in that.
It's okay. No, it might be.
I have to market myself.
The blacklist, the black market link. It's right here. His services.
I am the product, like
the hotel right here at Highway 7 and Jane at Highway 7. Monte Carlo.
I mean,
what do you do?
I look at a discipline in a different sense, because discipline is what happens when the motivation's not there.
Exactly.
When when everybody's not gonna be motivated every day. I'm gonna feel lazy like all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I think what discipline is to me is, I think it's made from willpower as well, because it's that will to know that you can, like, you are going to struggle, but know what your end goal is, I guess.
Exactly.
And I think that having that inner discipline is, like, I just think that it's one of the things that keeps you going when a lot of the other things aren't there.
And welcome back to Across the Street Podcast with your hosts, Nihaal
And Daniel. What's up, guys? How's it going?
And we got a special guest today. His name is...
Speaking to the mic.
My name is Phil.
Phil. He's going to go by Phil today, not Philip.
Alright, I'm Philip today.
Philip.
So this our guest here, Philip. I feel like we're just gonna alternate between the two, but
that's
as long as you don't call him Philippe. That's when he gets pissed.
For real, exactly. For real. But no, that's why I go by Phil.
Yes.
Just choose one,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
Phil.
Yeah, I feel you. I read that.
It's double P, not double L.
Yeah.
Philip.
So spelled.
So it's Philip, no.
So like Philippines.
Yeah.
Everything except the ings.
Oh, so they put Philippines.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Now, I'm guessing because of that, and we've already been introduced, but you're Filipino, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a fellow brother of mine.
Yes, sir.
They're probably cousins. Somewhere.
We'll have to do the 23andMe to find that one out, but...
Can you imagine? Because they're like long lost first cousins or second cousins or something.
Hey, there's always a chance.
Second cousins, like once removed or whatever it's called.
Filipinos are brothers by blood, though.
True that,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Blood and adobo.
Yo, do you guys fit the stereotypes of Filipinos can sing?
I cannot sing.
You can, right? Karaoke? I feel like you
I
can.
thought so, but then some people tell me no. So I don't know.
So when you hear your voice on a recording, though,
I don't.
You don't.
Or usually never. At least singing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not singing today, by the way. But.
We'll see.
We
about
can.
That. We'll see about that. We can probably sing.
No.
We dive too deep in the topic. It's like, this is the song I sang to my ex.
And all these things we got put on Heartbreak Anniversary or some shit like that.
No, that's it.
We'll see.
We've actually had guests sing in this podcast before.
For real?
Yeah, I think 2 guests.
Christina. Who else?
I feel like we had somebody else sing.
Maybe MK, I don't know.
No, somebody sang.
I'm going to make MK sing the next podcast story.
We'll have her back.
I'm down to have her back.
Right, yeah, she's a good podcast guest too.
But
to focus on our podcast guest today, Phil, how do you and Nihaal know each other?
So from volleyball, because Nihaal, like he's running the YRV. It's like a quick growing league.
It is.
It's yeah. it's been an amazing experience so far. I met a lot of great people, you know.
Slowly but surely. Actually, it's a funny story. Let's dive a little bit deeper into how we met, because sometimes when I think about it, it's actually kind of crazy. So, when he first joined our league, he joined with his friend. His name was Chris, I think.
Yes,
Chris.
sir.
And Chris's team's like it's a beach volleyball team, and they're all just there to have fun. They have potential. I'm trying not to. Chris is gonna see this podcast and be like, "Yo, Nihaal, I'm never going to Yorkshire volleyball again."
It's
But
not trailing.
but they were like stuck in the bottom tier, like 4th tier majority of the season.
So I gotta cut you off real quick. Since you've last seen them play, to where they're at now, it's like
Huge difference.
huge.
Okay, awesome.
Progress has been made.
I know Chris was very interested. Like he was like,
Yeah.
I remember he was very interested. Yeah.
Like playing, I've been playing beach with them over the summer.
Oh,
so.
nice.
Okay.
Even the first day I think I met you and Chris and everything, I was like giving out the waivers, and it was good vibes. It was good vibes. Yeah.
That was at which school was that?
St. Clement.
Oh yeah. That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then I never stepped into that gym ever again.
Tier 3. Literally, it's a 4-tier league, and that was the only time they're in Tier 3, and then they're in Tier 4 for the rest of the season. It's all good. It's all part of the comeback.
We started from the bottom. Next season,
That's
you
it.
know, when we come.
Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
your only way is up, right? So
Exactly.
So the thing is like, when I saw everybody play, I mean, no, I kind of saw you play that day, and you had like 1 or 2 swings or whatever. I'm like, oh wow. And then I think it was when you subbed in for Michael's team at Emily Carr that one Friday, where I'm just like, wait a minute, this guy's actually sick. Why why is he in a Tier 4 team?
I remember.
And then we went to Tap House at the end of that season, and then I kind of like talked to you, and then you're like, yo, I'm down to join as a free agent or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, why don't you join my team? I need a middle.
I remember that. Actually, like when that happened,
Yeah.
I was trying so I don't wanna, like.
Oh, you're trying to get out of this team?
No, like
That's what you're saying, Chris?
No.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what
I'm just trying to keep the focus on Wireview. That's it. So like you know how there's another app that you can search to drop the volleyball.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah. So that's what I was playing.
Oh,
mainly.
that's not really good volleyball, right?
It depends on the
run. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So then when I found this one and I was able to join with my friends, it was like, yo, this is so sick. Like I'm trying to find a community, and then here we are. You know, so it's like it just stumbled upon a great opportunity.
Yeah, bro, the first day, like I knew like Phil was good, but okay, Daniel, you're gonna edit this video in where Phil literally on the first day, he packed the guy, in the front row. The guy's in the front row and he packed him.
Wait,
Andrew,
like
right side,
in our
right
season,
side.
right?
Our season,
Right.
yeah.
damn.
I remember that.
That was the. Everyone's like, what just happened? That was the first day. I just set him right side and front row. He hit a guy in the head.
Crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember.
His name's
Anaram.
Anaram.
Yeah. And I messaged
You know
him. Said he was
Anaram.
cool the day after. You know.
Yeah.
Felt bad though, but
It's fine.
I tried making that video viral on TikTok, but the video that ended up being viral was the Noreen getting packed video. Noreen, thank you. Went 10K views.
that
her
got 10K.
10K, yeah.
Crazy. That's
For
great.
real?
Her glasses got knocked off and everything. And
I thought they
got
broke.
a cut. Just bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
at least she's okay. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's okay. No
Well,
confusion.
that's gonna live on the internet forever, though.
Yeah.
Right, Noreen?
Group chats.
Right?
Hey, that's how it starts. You know.
I'm
And
showing
then-
that on her wedding day. This is where I met her. but yeah, no. And then Phil, you weren't the most consistent guy on our team just because of
What do you mean?
not volleyball play. I'm talking about like
attendance?
injury wise, and also you had vacations and stuff that time, right? Like you went on your trip.
My knees, bro. Every time I jump, and then just swinging all the time. Like I guess my mentality when I'm playing, I'm just trying to bounce every single ball. Which
You play pretty well at the grass tournament.
Sure, yeah. Thank you. So did you.
Bro, have you ever kept there's one game where he only fed Phil sets. I was like, okay.
Who, Xavier?
This is how it feels, yeah. I probably got like one set that entire game. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't complain. I was just like, okay, whatever. But yeah, you got a couple of good swings.
Thank you, sir.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, playoffs that's when I turn it up. You know.
Yeah.
Especially if everybody makes it, It's just warm up.
So that was like playoff LeBron mode.
Exactly.
Playoff, you went crazy. Yeah, we almost won the second set.
Mm.
But I gotta say, Phil is probably one of the most inconsistent servers I've ever met in my life.
Damn.
Like, he's such a good volleyball player, but serving, man.
What do you have to say about that?
Let me finish my.
Just sip
See, so I agree with this, but it's either when I'm on, and then I'm off most of the time. But when I'm on, good luck. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's true.
All right.
Bro, at the tournament, okay, so
It was bad.
Me, Phil, Tara, and Javier like entered a tournament, a grass volleyball tournament the other day. Amazing team. Oh my god, on paper, amazing team. But I mean, the other teams were quite good as well, and also a lot of the other teams had 4 males instead of 1 female. So you know they get that extra big attacker. But yo, Phil serving that day.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
I know. It's just funny. Sorry, you good? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what's it called? So like honestly, like from just like hearing you talk about it though, like like it's actually pretty dope. Like you're definitely confident in your abilities. It's like just hearing you like you know saying when I'm on, I'm on. Like you like that's how I know you got like that confidence in that.
Exactly.
You know?
Just like how I talk, right? Usually I'm just soft spoken, but if I need to, I'll project my voice. You know. So like that's why in playoffs, I guess it's like the adrenaline. I don't know what it is. Probably.
Yeah.
Like. You know, I was talking about my knee, my shoulder, right? I can feel it, but I just keep pushing through.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Have you been soft-spoken all your life, or?
Pretty much. Yeah. It's tough, but I'm more of a listener, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. Yeah, for sure.
That's a great way to think of it, because like I'm thinking now, especially now going to you as well, like there's moments where I feel like you could talk a lot, but I also observe it. But there's times where you just stay kind of quiet. I find that anytime when I'm in a group setting with you, you're more quiet.
I listen. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it depends too. Like if it's like your friend group and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like the cottage and stuff. Like it's a bit harder for me to be as. You know.
Yeah.
I still try it. There's definitely been times.
Right.
We're on the Saturday morning. No. The one night when we...
The Saturday morning was the penis waffle thing, right?
Yeah, the penis waffle. Right before.
What
Caused the penis waffle?
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the most extrovert I was that entire cottage trip.
So we were making pancakes.
Yeah.
And one came out in the shape of a penis. And we were like, let's give it to Nihaal.
Yeah.
And we decorated it, put some icing on it.
Gotta make it
sprinkles.
look pretty, you know?
Yeah, you gotta present the penis nicely, you know?
Yeah, it was a punishment for not washing dishes.
That too.
Yeah.
That's a tough punishment. I ain't gonna lie.
I had to eat it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm glad you found the penis great. I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Thanks, Mom.
But yeah, I guess the kind of, before we get into the meat and bones of this topic, you know, we want to, well, this is kind of my thing. This is one of my favorite things to do on this podcast is to ask a few icebreaker questions.
Wait, before that, just one more thing. Bro, we're also in presence of a Bray Buff legend. What's it called? Woodbridge legend. One of the best middles to ever play high school volleyball. It's right here. Bro, disgusting. Like, you don't understand. Like, he's still great. Imagine him without injury. Bro, insane. Do you have any videos? Like,
I appreciate that. I really do, you know? And, like, videos, probably have to search it up.
Okay.
Are you the type to record your games and stuff? Or?
Like, well, this happened, like, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, at that time, there was social media, but nobody, like, recorded anything.
Yeah.
Kind of. Or, like, that was work.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, yeah. The only thing I do have is a photo of Offset. Like my offset team. So you gotta plug that, you know?
Okay. Right here. Right.
I gotta find it, though.
I gotta
find it. Yeah.
I mean, his school is also like one of the, brought up a lot of great volleyball players in his generation.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. It was like a lot, like,
Jarvis
maybe like 5-year run where, like, Bray Buff was one of the best teams in the YRV.
Exactly.
Right.
York region. YRA, you mean?
Yeah, YRA. True.
So it's gonna be saying YRV's gonna be bigger.
Hey, full circle. Started playing YRAA.
Exactly.
Now I'm back in YRV.
Exactly.
You know?
That's it. Everything's
Your region.
local.
Exactly.
Everything's local. Everything's a step away. And also, YRV provided you an opportunity to play with your old friends again too, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So you're like from like York region area, right?
I am. Yes.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
I am.
Cool.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got disconnected from a lot of people, so I'm glad that this gave me the opportunity to
We'll talk about that later.
reconnect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to hear that story on the podcast. We'll talk about that story later in the podcast. Remind me. Right now.
Sure. I'm not writing it down.
Okay. Just remind me of Vancouver. We're gonna talk about Vancouver.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, yeah, but going back into it, kind of wanted to get like some. Well, this is to give our viewers and even us. Well, I think me as well, because you and I don't know each other. Like it's our first day meeting each other. It'll give everybody kind of an idea as to who you are. Some of these questions. They're small questions. You don't have to go too far in depth, but cool. Like
No
they're
worries.
gonna provide you.
First thing that happens in your head, just answer the question.
Yeah.
Don't.
No worries.
All right, so you ready for it, Phil?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Alright, in my head.
All right, so first question: what is your favorite song or album? Or you can answer both.
Okay, so album, can't tell you. Song that I'm listening to right now,
Yeah.
I gotta say No Guidance.
No
by
Guidance.
Drake and Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, solid.
Is it by Chris Brown and Drake? I don't know. But yeah.
But it bangs, right?
Yeah.
I bet. Okay, next question, number 13. What is something gross that you find satisfying?
Something gross.
Like, for example, if I'm put, like, people who find, like, the pimple and blackhead stuff, like, on YouTube, like, satisfying, even though it's kind of gross.
So this is tough for me because that's just being a human.
Yeah.
So, because I like going into my kinesiology background and stuff, like just learning how the body works kind of thing, like for real.
Right.
Everything like that is like normal to me now, you know? So it's
Yeah.
different. Okay, I got to get back to you on that
Okay, we'll circle back around to that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of both hosts, who do you think you could do better than and replace?
one. In terms of which? Like in
Just
podcasts?
Yeah, just in this podcast.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's a
so I'm
crazy
going to give
question.
two answers. One political. You guys are doing an amazing job, so why would I replace you? You know what I mean? but if I got to choose one, I'm sorry, Daniel. I just met you, so I got to go with that.
That's fair. Okay, that's a fair answer.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I know you for longer and then I stop knowing Nihaal for a bit,
Yeah.
then I can give you a fairer answer. You know?
Okay. So you're going off because I kind of expected that honestly.
Yeah.
To, you know him, so okay. Got the answer. I'm not salty at all. No.
I got 2 wins now.
It's okay.
I mean, if that question came out, probably too. You'd have that one
That's
too.
crazy.
Next one. If you were to host a dinner, you have a choice of 5 dinner guests, dead or alive. It could be anybody, famous, family.
Okay, that's actually an amazing question. I never actually got that I never got that question asked to me before. You know?
Really?
Yeah, but like I did think about this because I seen it. So
Let's answer it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still don't know. I know a few. If you guys want to go first, you can. But I'll say the ones that I know. Like, so do you guys know who Hormozy is?
Hormozy, no.
Alex Hormozy. All right. So this guy, he's like a business genius.
Okay.
One that's like alive today. I know there's a lot others, but that's one guy that I would want to like be at a dinner table with.
Right.
Second one, my boy Jesus. Actually, nah. Let's put Jesus first, and then.
That's actually a great answer.
You know, this guy.
That's fire.
He'll tell me everything you got to do. You know, like when.
My boy Jesus.
Yeah, but those are the two that come to mind right away.
Okay, that's dope.
I picked a businessman over Jesus.
No, I
adjusted.
I mean, it's like honestly, if it came down to me, I'd probably put Jesus before a businessman. I'm trying to find out some stuff, you know. Like
What I find in my life right now, I'm trying to make my bread, so you know, Jesus is always there. I didn't forget about him. That's right, you know.
Yeah. Okay. You have 3 left. You wanted to hear ours as well?
Oh yeah, I probably got to think about this.
Okay. Nihaal, you want to go first?
I gotta say Gary Vee.
Mm.
Gary Vee, he's the one that like implanted everything in my head way back in like 2016, 17.
Right.
Back when I used to go to the gym and
What do you mean go to the gym?
like I just
we'll
go,
get in.
like,
We'll get into
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like I don't have like a fixed routine or anything. I just went there and did whatever. Right? But like I didn't have like a schedule or anything. But I used to go there and I just remember listening to his podcast and he used to say a lot about like social media marketing and how to like get out of your comfort zone kind of thing. And a lot of why I got out of my comfort zone in recent years, especially when it comes to like the YRB aspect or like the business aspect,
right,
is because of the subconscious thoughts that he put in back in the day. He used to say stuff like, yo, you gotta go on your own, you gotta do this kind of thing, right? Like you can't just stay with your friends and you gotta surround yourself with people that's kind of in the same like if you're interested in something, surround yourself with people that. So like I was interested in volleyball, I just surrounded myself with like volleyball players, and all of a sudden, you know,
we're here today, right?
So yeah.
All right, next 4. Let's
Queen, Freddie Mercury in particular.
Freddie Mercury. Okay.
Oh my god, I love to talk to him. Bro, just seems like a sick ass guy.
Okay.
Like I know he's gonna be a little weird, but you know, it's gonna be cool. Definitely Queen.
Yeah.
And probably Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, Bruno Mars for sure.
Solid choice.
I'd love to hear how he became so prominent for so many years.
Yeah.
Obviously, okay, if we're just doing message. Okay, Bruno Mars or Drake. I don't want to. Yeah.
You gotta pick one, man.
Fuck, man.
No, I'm joking. It's your guess. It's your table.
You already said Bruno Mars, you know?
It's your table.
But Bruno Mars did come out for sure.
I'm just add Drake in there.
Yeah. And then you just got one more seat left. You get both.
Because Bruno Mars definitely had a lot of like radio hits and stuff, and was so relevant from like probably like 2000.
I feel like people underestimated Bruno Mars's music.
Bro.
Like, it not underestimated, but it like people see it as radio stuff, but didn't really see it as more than 100%. That. But it's like the music itself is just so good. Like, all right, next one. Or are you adding Drake to it?
No. When I was super young, like in grade 7, when I had like no beard. Oh, by the way, we didn't even mention this. Look at me. What the fuck? What is this? Who is this guy? Rise up.
This guy's a
but
new man.
Back in grade 7, when I had like no facial hair, people used to be like, "Yo, you look like Bruno Mars," kind of thing. But I don't know if you guys see it now.
Who said this?
But yeah,
I don't see it.
I know, it was a long time ago.
You don't see it either, right?
It was a long time
with the hat? No
yeah,
hat.
with the hat.
So you had a fro. Oh no, so nice.
I used to have a hat on.
Okay.
Hat, yeah.
Okay.
But anyways.
I still don't see it, but you know.
I don't know. You gotta put a picture side by side.
You look more like...
Put a side by side picture of me.
Right now, you look more like the brown version of the guy from Breaking Bad without a bald head.
That's crazy.
Walter White. You look like you literally... Your beard just screams Walter White.
That's the first thing that people
notice. You sell coke.
Like, I know. I do not, for the record. FBI, don't get back to me.
But you sell coke. I'm joking.
I sell Coca-Cola, which is what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah.
Bet.
Okay, and
wait, so who do you got so far? So you said Gary V, Freddie Mercury,
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. And then it'll probably be a political figure, and out of all the political figures, it's probably gonna be Stephen Harper for me.
Okay.
It's gonna be like, yo, why did you leave? Bro, you should just.
It's not his choice.
Should just try it a little harder.
Well,
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah.
No, it's in like I don't know. No, I think at the time when he left, like people just like were so fed up with him at the time, right? Which is kind of what's happening right
now. That's
now.
what happens in politics in general, right? So
but
all right, last guess.
Stephen Harper definitely. A lot of political stuff I'd like to ask about him. And then the last one, let's make it a fun one. Why not? Why not a woman? Why not a girl crush? I'll go Liza Koshy. Okay, go. Yeah,
Liza Koshy.
She's a YouTuber, brown YouTuber.
True.
But she's very funny, and she also same thing. If it's still kind of like a business dinner, so she literally came from home videos like this to like stardom. So,
yeah. This is like a vlogger, and then she giving her beer with sketch comedy and stuff like that too.
Now she's actually like in TV shows, so it's crazy.
Solid.
Definitely a millionaire. Yeah.
For me, fuck.
Do you know your 5?
I do.
It's gonna be all 5 K-pop stars. That's it.
No, it's not gonna be all 5. I don't even think it's gonna be 1. My first one would be Ryan Higa.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Definitely shaped my childhood getting into YouTube. Just made me laugh my ass off completely. Number 2 would be Russell Peters. I want to laugh at this dinner, man. I want to laugh at this dinner. I want to enjoy this dinner.
Russell Peters at his prime, or Russell Peters right now?
Prime Russell Peters.
Yeah.
Prime Russell Peters. I want to see on that. I want Allen Iverson at this table.
Okay.
Yeah, I started thinking about basketball first. I forgot about that.
Favorite basketball player of all time.
Iverson.
Allen Iverson, man.
Why Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson. Just hearing about his struggles, whether it's in his career, you forget he was so famous, but he dealt with so much shit.
He paid the half for everybody.
His influence on the league, like the tattoos, the sleeves, the headbands, his fits.
No practicing.
Yeah, like all of the swagger and the attitude that he brought to the game. The
interview where he's like, there's 2 interviews, but the one that I'm thinking about is just like, I'm the MVP of the league, and I'm worried about trades or something like that. It's just like,
yeah.
And then obviously the practice.
Yeah, practice is I think the most iconic.
Yeah.
So I got Russell Peters, I got Ryan Higa, I got Allen Iverson, 2 more, right?
I gotta start thinking about my other.
Give me Sana from Twice. Even though she can't speak a lick of English.
That's crazy. You just want to stare at her.
I'm gonna stare at her. Like I'm gonna hear Russell Peters making jokes and I stop laughing. It's because I'm staring at her.
That's so funny.
I'm in awe of her, man. Bro. Bro. Last one. Let's get my mom on there.
All right.
I just want to hear my mom see these people that I want at the table and her not know what to say and just listen to it.
True.
Or just smiling
Yeah,
and waving. That's it. That's
Yeah, and then like obviously like I enjoy the conversations with my mom. My mom and I like go between like having good conversations and arguing just as parents and children do, and I feel like our willingness to have those kind of debates and talks make for really good conversation.
Yeah.
And why not like add those comedians to make it funny along the way?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's actually sick. So what was it? Your mom?
My mom, Ryan Higa, Russell Peters,
Twice.
Allen Iverson, and Sana from Twice.
Yeah.
She was my background at one point. I won't even lie to you. Well, not lie there.
So this is where she starts, and then you have dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I tried to think of my 5. I tried to think of my 5,
Right.
but I got more than 5.
So you gotta.
He's a guest.
Let's see.
Give
The
us some
first
bonus.
ones that come to my head. All right. So
Yeah.
first one. Do you guys know who Bart Kwan is?
Of course, from JK?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
JK.
What's a JK?
Just Kidding News. These
He's
guys-
a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started as a YouTuber. Now this guy's a businessman.
Yeah.
He's a businessman, and like he's like kind of my idol right now. Or at least like somebody that
He got into great shape.
exactly.
He got into great shape.
Like he's somebody that what he's done, I would like to do something
Mhm.
similar to that. Where like this guy's living life. He's having fun. He went to university. I forget what he went to it for, but he went to UCLA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he did the time in the army too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This guy is like, and he now has a family, but ultimately, so that's one thing, you know. But also, he has his own gym, and
Yeah.
from there, he started from, like I just like watching that whole process was so sick that I always knew that I wanted to start something like that. It's
Like
just,
how he built it all,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
It's like it's only until recently now that I actually want to start taking action to finally like it's my turn. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like that's one of them.
Yeah.
Second one, Jose Bautista.
I respect that one.
I was surprised you didn't put a baseball player. Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't, like, honestly, I feel like the baseball players I wanted to put on wouldn't be great conversation, so. Because for me, Roy Halladay is my favorite.
So the thing is, I don't even want to talk. I just want to listen to him speak. I
Yeah.
want him to tell me what was going on in his head during this whole at bat with
The
his
bat flip? Oh my god.
That was, bro. Like when that happened, I got chills for real. I was
watching
like,
that
that
game
was
too.
insane. That was like probably like baseball. People say it's a boring sport to watch, but when it comes to playoff baseball and you see
That's
something like that
electric,
happen,
man.
it was insane. The energy was crazy.
Bro, like, it was one of those, because I was watching it on TV.
Yeah.
It was so loud that, you know how when there's so much screaming that it's quiet
Exactly.
on TV? That's how crazy it was.
Exactly.
You have to,
That was one of my favorite sports memories that I can have. You know what I mean?
That's a solid choice,
Yeah.
man. I respect that
Yeah.
one.
Respect. Thank you. So that's 4. So who is it again?
You had Bautista.
Yeah.
You had Bart.
Mm-hmm.
Your first 2 was Jesus, and then who's that other guy?
No.
Are we discounting those 2?
My first one was Jesus.
First one was.
I changed it, and
Alright. Alright. So then,
Jesus Hormozy. Yeah.
Okay, and then you had Bautista
and Bart.
And Bart Kwan. And you got one more.
One more. All right. So there's so many people that I would want there, but what I would do, I don't know if this is allowed, but my future self, because I want to
That's
be
scary,
there
though.
right now. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
That is
But-
so scary.
Does that
I
break the
would-
laws of time?
Not even that.
Hey.
It's just so scary.
Nah,
I don't know what.
I know
myself is.
I know where, like, it's up to you to wherever your future is going to be, right?
Yeah.
I know where I want to be, so I know that I'm going to make it happen. I just don't have the patience anymore
Yeah.
that I want to happen now. So, like, at least if I was able to talk to myself in the future, I could figure out the things that held me back, so that I can just at least get there sooner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
That's a great way to think about it.
That's
too.
a great
That's
answer.
dope. I mean, assuming you don't explode when you see yourself, because that breaks the laws of time.
It's okay. Hey,
We don't know what the laws of time
Yeah,
are.
as long as I know it's me in the
Yeah.
future, then you
Yeah.
know.
I find it's gonna be too scary because like imagine this. Wait. Now I'm okay. You're gonna see why my brain's breaking right now. But imagine this, like I see my future self and I'm just a millionaire or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And after that I see that and I'm just like, yo, I'm chilling. I'm gonna be a millionaire in the future.
Oh, so you take it easy. 'Cause
and then
you
you
know.
take it easy.
So that changes things, right?
But then would it change things? I don't know. I don't know.
There's different interpretations to that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
I don't know.
but I get where your fear would come from.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
confusing, right?
Yeah, no, it's like, you know, the butterfly effect.
Mm-hmm.
One small thing will change everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
In
why.
Hot Tub Time Machine, remember the squirrel?
Yeah.
Remember the squirrel? It plays the
Yep.
bet, and then it's like, that's the fucking squirrel. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that was great. We have 2 more questions to go.
All right.
Or do we have 2 or 1? We have 1 more question to go.
Wait, what's your first sport? Is it baseball? No.
Baseball.
You too?
Yeah.
Yes,
see?
sir.
No way.
What'd you play? What position?
I'm a pitcher and a first baseman.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you guys are
Okay.
cousins,
True. I was a left fielder.
You said you started in left field.
Yes,
You've
exactly.
been kind of all over the diamond.
Exactly. Like that's where I ended up. My favorite thing is hitting, so that's where I
Right.
could just chill in the outfield, talk to my center fielder, my right fielder, you know,
Yeah.
and then just hit bombs after. Actually, I didn't hit bombs. I just hit gappers. Probably now I hit bombs, but we haven't tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny because I think I'm a bit of the opposite. I like being in the infield because I like to move around a lot.
True.
My favorite thing wasn't necessarily hitting. My thing was stealing bases.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah, I love stealing bases, man. Every time, like in Little League, it's pretty easy.
Exactly.
But when you got older too, the catchers started getting more accurate, a little
Yeah,
stronger.
For real. For real.
So you just gotta you can't just steal a base every time the pitcher moves at that point.
Yeah.
But I still tried to do it. It's one of my favorite
No,
things.
that's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
True. What level did you end up playing?
I played house for most of my I think most of my time playing baseball.
Yeah.
I ended up stopping. I think second year of high school because I fucked my elbow up.
Hey,
Yeah.
So I can kind of relate to this. You know, got injuries all day long.
Yeah.
How's it now though?
It works. It functions. I never really ended up getting surgery. It's ligament, so
Yeah.
yeah, so that stopped a lot of it.
Exactly. Okay.
like I can throw nowadays. I can't throw I obviously can't throw a full inning. Like not even
True.
I can't
Yeah,
throw a couple innings.
You can be a closer.
Exactly,
You know?
I could be a
Relief
closer.
pitcher.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but in terms of my arm, I can still probably 1 bounce from outfield to home,
True.
1 or 2 bounces. I
Okay.
think, so
That's
yeah.
sick. That's sick. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I tried that recently because I subbed in for a softball team recently for fun,
True.
and I'm like, you know what? Somebody's going for home. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah. Why not? You know.
Yeah, and 1 bounce that shit. Easy.
No, that's sick.
Gun the-
That's
gun
sick. Do you play baseball?
No, I
Not for
don't.
real?
I don't know how to catch a baseball. They taught me at the cottage. Yeah, I still don't know how to do it.
Is it like if the ball's coming to your face, you gotta go. You
No,
know?
it's still a thing for him. It's when he has the
I'm
glove. It's still
literally-
like
I'm
holding it like
literally
this
catching.
versus like that.
True.
Yeah.
I'm literally catching it like a ball still. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm somewhat athletic. I could probably do something, but
Yeah. No, but it
yeah.
just like you're
definitely
not
not
used to
the
the
technique.
motions.
Definitely
of
not the
exactly.
right technique now.
Okay, last 2. We're down to our last 2 questions. Your ideal first date.
It's not even on my mind.
Damn.
I need some more time to think about.
Oh,
it.
I thought you were talking about like no
No,
girls
yeah,
needed in my
no,
life.
no,
right
no.
now. Okay.
Who wouldn't want? You know.
Oh, okay.
Right. But at least right now, I'm not looking anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean,
Because for real, like all the stuff I was talking about, I've distracted myself too much.
a lot of different things are on the forefront of your mind,
Exactly.
right?
So like,
Okay.
yeah. So like, if I get distracted, just gotta be like special, you know.
Yeah, I get you. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Our last and it's a bonus question. What is a general bad take that you have that you'll die standing by?
These are great questions because I don't even know the answer.
I mean, I'll preface it this way. I absolutely despise and hate ketchup, and
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, and I'm willing to like die on that. I'm like.
Oh, okay. So I guess I know.
Yeah.
So like pineapple on pizza, delicious. Is that the same thing?
I mean, I feel like that's a controversial enough of a topic that I'll accept that. But I'm on the same boat as you.
Okay, fine. How about this? Doors or wheels? I said wheels, but then I was proven wrong.
Wait, why? It is wheels.
Oh, for what's more? What?
Yeah. Wait, how are you proven wrong?
Somebody searched it. You know what I mean? Like they checked.
No, man, bro. It's because
Is it wait? What is there more of, doors or wheels? Is that the question?
Yeah, in the
I
world.
feel like I should have
wheels,
searched
no?
it.
It's wheels because the thing is that gears are considered wheels too.
True.
So how many gears are there in like factories?
Clocks.
Everywhere, right? And knowing that
in the future robots that are gonna
exactly,
you know?
and they're all like. And the thing about wheels is that it could be this small, right?
Yeah.
Doors, yeah, there's small doors, but I don't think you know.
Okay.
And, but then at the same time,
I agree, man. Breathe.
Doors,
It's wheels. It's wheels.
if
Look,
we're-
hey, there's
Don't hurt me.
You know, on the mouse, usually there's a wheel,
Exactly.
unless it's a laser.
Yeah.
Even in this room alone, I'm pretty sure there's more wheels than. Actually, I lied. Yeah, there are more wheels.
Yeah, because you got your Hot Wheels,
Doors,
you got your
yeah.
Honda Civic there.
But then what can like the drawers underneath my bed?
They have rollers.
There's rollers, but are they considered a door?
And look at these pictures.
Not-
There are wheels in them.
Exactly, the pictures. No, I'm joking. Nah, that's when we get too deep.
Yeah. I mean,
that question really fucked me up during the pandemic, bro.
Also, Daniel, when he's stealing these bases, he needs wheels.
Yeah, man. I got my.
Just like,
Bro, I'm on my 4-wheel drive, man. But yeah, that honestly great answers. What did you think of the question? So how
No, they're amazing. Like, I gotta really think about it. Like, that's the stuff that I'm looking for. You know,
Yeah.
right now. That's it.
you want to do one more?
Sure. Yeah. I'm
All right, let's do it.
Choose the best one. The best one. Let's see.
Choose the best one.
Let's see what your version of the best
This one is gonna make you think, but it's not that serious.
Okay, yeah.
Your top 3 cartoon crushes growing up.
Cartoon. See, I gotta really think about this because I want them all.
I
gotta choose
feel you. Well, we talked about this. I think mine have changed a
I
little.
think you might have replied to my story when we
Yeah, and when we talked about it on the pod as well.
Yeah.
Cartoon
crushes. I don't know. It was a while ago.
I'll give you one from my example. Shigo from Kim Possible.
True.
Yeah.
I put that in.
Oh, he's gonna steal it. Okay, we'll take that as
No,
a one.
I say I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
No, I would accept it if you wanted it.
No, it's yours. There's other.
Yeah.
other-
What's the show that you watched the most growing up? Maybe a crush from there.
Like cartoon or
Yeah,
like
cartoon.
Yeah, like a cartoon. Or anime.
Like
I'll
for
take
me, like
anime.
Pokemon, it's like done.
anime, yeah,
Like
like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Bulma.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Any crushes from those?
definitely Dawn from Center Region.
Dawn was. I like May more. I won't lie.
That's true.
That's crazy. I think it's her personality that I liked more.
Okay.
Because I'm all about personality.
He's a good guy, you know?
Solid dude. Solid dude with a racist beard.
Facts.
I can't think of more, honestly. Or at least it'll take some time.
Yeah.
I gotta see it visually. It doesn't pop up.
He's gonna pop in his head in the middle.
He's
of
gonna
the
be like.
Exactly.
He's gonna be like.
Second.
Misty, I swear, Misty. He's just gonna pop up while he's talking about some shit.
But yeah,
Yeah.
for real. All right.
All right, so let's get into meat and bones. Nihaal, you want to introduce the topic today?
All right, so we kind of started mentioning it, like how Phil has plans to become the very best.
That no one ever was.
Exactly. I knew you were about to say that. Good job.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect reference.
I think right now he's focusing on personal training. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So personal training. He wants to expand his career in that business. I don't know if he's opening his own business.
That is the plan one day, yes.
One day.
Mm.
Yeah. So stuff like that. And even before that, personal training is not... I know you might see like quite a few personal trainers every time you go to a gym and stuff, but it's not an easy profession to just get into. You and also you could get personal trainers, but getting personal trainers with the experience and the education that Phil might have, you see I'm plugging you in. Yeah, I got you, bro.
I appreciate it.
Even though he might be... This is squeezing. Even though he might be, like, physically broken with, like, you know, shoulders, knees and stuff, I swear, the guy's actually jacked. If he takes his shirt off right now, you want to take your shirt off for count? No,
No, there's a reason this is on. You gotta leave it
to
to
hide
their
the guns, hide the
imagination. You know?
his arms are literally the size of my thighs. So like if that helps. But yeah, the guy's absolutely jacked. But yeah, man. How did you start your fitness journey? You weren't always jacked. Were you born jacked? No, definitely not. Right? Just come out of the womb.
No, well, like, so I played, like, you know how I said I played volleyball in, like, high school and played baseball, right?
Yeah.
So I was athletic, like, the whole, like, as soon as I could remember. I just loved playing sports the whole time up until, like, high school. And then from there, I took a break from it. And then sad times happened, you know? But then...
What sad times? Injury?
No, like, I just kind of, like, isolated myself.
Okay.
Because, like, I love playing sports so much. Like, I got hurt. I ended up deciding to stop playing. Like, I didn't train to be an athlete.
Yeah.
So then, a couple years into, like, university, that's where, like, I started to hit the gym at York.
Right.
So, like, you know, do you guys...
I've been to York.
Okay, so, like, you know, like the track center?
Yeah.
So they got this in the back corner.
Mm-hmm.
They got their weightlifting room that's public, and so that's where I wanted to go all the time because I was this super skinny, lanky, Asian kid.
Yeah.
You know? So that, like, I can go to Tate, I can go to the main gym, but I felt like I didn't have the confidence back then to be able to lift because I was always in my head comparing myself to everybody else.
That's huge in terms of fitness. That happens a lot to everybody.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
And that's so I felt that at the very beginning. I still kind of feel that at some times even now, but to get myself out of that, I just remember where I was always, like, way back. I always just go back to, I can always remember, like, at Tate that there were some guys pushing 35s as a shoulder press, and I was trying to do the same thing because I saw what they did, and I was like, all right, let's go. But then I couldn't even get like one.
Yeah.
They make it look easy too, man.
Yeah,
when you first start too, it's just like, goddamn.
Oh my god.
If it's so easy, I can probably do it. You know. That's
exactly. And that's why, like, when I was there at that moment, right, I was like, what you see or what you do, I want to do it right now.
Yeah.
But didn't happen. So that's why I always look back to those days to humble myself, because looking at where I am now compared to where I was at the very start, I'm like, that kid is unrecognizable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah, that's like the very, very beginning of it. And then ever since then, it's been a long journey that, I don't know, like, do you have any, because, like, I can go, like, maybe every single day since then, because that's, like, the most important parts of my life right now.
Yeah, it's
because as a trainer, because I want to share my story, right? So, do you guys have anything?
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you a real quick question. So, when you look in the mirror now, do you still feel like you're like a skinny kid? Or, like, because like a lot of people say that, right? Like, you know, they're just like, yo, I still feel skinny.
Yeah, like, you know, body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
So, I've never had it like diagnosed type of thing, but I'm pretty sure I got that. You know, because whenever I look in the mirror, I'm still comparing myself to myself, but sometimes the mirror hates me on some days or times during the day. But then I always remember, let's just go to the gym, hit a quick arm workout, and here we are. We're back to this is where I want to be. And I want to stay like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I do whenever I feel like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. I mean, for me right now, like, I definitely feel that because I think I've gone through every single, like, not every single, but I've gone through my definite ups and downs of fitness. I've hit a peak where, like, I felt like I was really confident in my body. I've hit, like, a low that's, like after that where it's like, damn, I really let myself go this much. And I think I'm on the up from coming from that, right? Yeah. Myself. I hit a point where I think I just ballooned out in weight. Again, COVID had a part in that too, not making excuses, but that shit happens, right?
It's not an excuse. Yeah. Everybody experienced it. Like, me personally, I was like, once COVID was done and I was able to work back in the gym, like, everybody was talking about that. It was like the same thing over and over, right? You know, so it's not an excuse. It's just about what are you going to do about it?
Exactly.
But then also, when are you going to do
something about it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I feel like I've definitely taken steps to that, right? So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so for me, it's like definitely it's regaining my strength right now that I used to have.
Awesome.
And then the only thing that I feel like that holds me back is diet.
Hey.
Diet, I think diet's the hardest shit ever, man. I love food too much.
It is. Like, lifting. Whenever you go, it's so much fun, right?
Yeah.
But then it's about everything you do outside of that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because it's like maybe in hopefully it's an hour workout, maybe an hour and a half. But
Yeah.
then sometimes we get much longer than that. But then even after those 2 hours kind of thing, there's still 22 hours in your day that
Exactly.
influence what's going to happen from that workout that you just did.
It's like the sleep, it's the diet, it's
Exactly.
every single little thing that you do, right? That can influence it. It's like
Exactly.
that one more snack or that kind of stuff too, right?
Yeah. Hey, just remember that, like, if you try to see food as like a reward or a punishment,
Yeah.
that's the wrong way of going about it.
Yeah, I figured.
We're humans. We need to eat to function.
Yes.
So eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just how much, how
And what
often.
you eat.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that's the thing, right? You literally came into me and saw me eat, like, stuffing my face with some Chick-fil-A,
Hey,
you know?
when I saw that, I was like, I want to go to Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
right now. You know.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was just like the thing is, I think for me, it's, I know what I should eat and what I want, like, what I need to eat, and like, I have the understanding of that. It's just saying no to that voice in the back of my head.
Yeah, it's a battle, right? Legit. Like, that's why it's a journey.
Yeah.
But just remember, you will win in the end
Yeah.
if
as
you
long as
put in that effort.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
It's- yeah.
Coach Phil's coming out right
Yeah.
now.
So how many years have you been training for now?
Like training clients or my
Yourself, yeah.
so it was like, I believe around second year university, so let's say 8 years now, I will say.
Damn.
Consistency, or have you taken
Hell
breaks
no.
or what? No consistency.
Not a chance. Like, so I've been in school for a long time.
Yeah.
And like summertime, we're working out almost every day.
Yeah.
As soon as that next quiz or exam comes up, like, I take that one break and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in a little bit because I must study.
Mm-hmm.
But then because I stopped, I didn't go again. That is like, okay, after this exam, I'll go again. But then because I am pushing it back, I'm like, okay, I finished that exam. Now let's reward myself for having
Take a
this
break.
exam, and still we're gonna push this back again a little bit. So
Yeah.
I would always go back to the gym because, like, I know how it makes me feel, and like it would go back to that confidence thing where, like, if I am looking in the mirror, I'm like, this is not where I want to be right now. So let's go to the gym, and
Right.
then it's the only thing is actually getting there that first time, because everybody knows how the gym makes you feel. You know,
Yeah.
whether you have a workout that, like, somebody puts you through and they just, like, destroy your legs, you know, like they're shaking, you can't even walk, you can't even drive after, right?
Yeah.
But no matter what happens, like, even if it's a light one, just getting to that gym, you feel amazing, like you accomplished something.
Exactly.
You know?
Because, like, the way I think of it is, I'm here, so why? Oh, like once I'm in that gym, it's like, I'm here. I've taken the time of day to get here,
Exactly.
so I got to do something with it, right?
Exactly. That's why, like, if there's anybody in the gym, like, it's tough when you see, like, people are kind of, like, making fun of people that are in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are putting in so much time and work to work on themselves that, like, everybody starts from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So no one's gonna be perfect, you know. So kudos to them for even getting into the gym in the first place, right?
And honestly, like, I guess to put it, like, from my perspective, kudos to them because not only are people like acting the way, they probably feel like kind of crappy themselves, I guess, like self-comparison to other people who are probably lifting more.
Exactly, yeah.
And you just got to tough that out because
Exactly, yeah.
it's for yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, that comparison thing is, everybody does it. Some people will say they do not, but everybody does it.
Yeah.
It's just compare yourself to your past self or your future self kind of thing, because, like, everybody's different. Everybody's going through their journeys at different times. Everybody has the same obstacles, but they're very different in how they're going through it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why, like, if you take the time to work on yourself, like, I applaud you for real. Like, that's, like, amazing. Like, I love to see it, and I always want to hear everybody's stories about it. So, like, I know you guys asked me about my story, but I'd love to hear about both your stories as well. Like, if
Yeah.
you guys are willing to share that too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I already talked about mine, bro. Like,
What was your story?
Like-
You didn't say none.
What do you mean I didn't say nothing? What the frick? That just means you weren't. That just means
No.
you weren't listening.
No, like
What kind of listening?
No, I'm talking about, like, from way
From
the
way
beginning.
back.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
what do you,
how did you get started?
how did I get started?
Man's accusing me of not listening. That's crazy.
You didn't even give me proof, man.
That's crazy.
What's it called? No, I for me when I first started, I'd say this is back in like first or second year of university. I was kind of just like,
So similar to me.
Yeah, it's similar to you. So like in a sense, I kind of I was more on the let's try this out because like my body kind of sucks right now. And I guess also when you're introduced into college, I was in the influence of all these guys are pulling, right, and stuff like that. That's like I got caught into the scene of like it was all about if you're fit you get girls and all that stuff, right? And what's it called? Definitely that was my motivation from the start. But then once I started getting into it, like I started watching, my go-to guy that I watched, and my inspiration for that was Jeff Cavalier, Athlete Next.
Okay, Athlete Next.
Yeah,
he's a good one.
He is. So and I think because I like to play sports too, the sports science of it is very interesting.
Yeah.
So when I started watching more on that, it started to become a lot less about that and a lot more about that journey, a lot more about the diet. I will say I did take it too far though back then. I would try to cut my carbs a lot lower and stuff like that.
Like trying keto type of stuff?
So, similar to that, right. So, but I think back then I did focus a lot more on cardio, which is why I felt like I was a lot more confident in my body then. But yeah, I think the only thing that really stopped me from there is getting into a relationship, funny enough. And relationship weight and just like you feel like you achieve something of why you got that body and then you take it for granted again and you lose track of it.
I get it, right? Like you're working on yourself, but then now because you're in a relationship, so now you got to take some of that focus off yourself and now onto the other person.
And then I guess in that sense I got carried away with that because it's like that focus became a lot more about that other person than myself, and I let myself go. And then as I was getting back into it again after that relationship had ended, COVID hit. And then after that, like fast forward now to today, I feel like my motivation again is like this time I want to be stronger. I have like things that I have to do on an everyday basis that if I don't function, like I have a bad back from like manual labor. Like if I can strengthen out my back, I have to take it slowly, like proper lifting form and stuff like that.
Right.
So
I'm gonna plug myself. Core strengthening is one of my specialties, you know? If your back used to hurt, if you ever deadlift, if you work with me one time, big changes.
Bet. Yeah, because I think that's something that my second time around, like I definitely understand how much of all of those different things go together. Like for deadlifting, like core, like as much as it is legs, it is your core as well. Like
exactly.
I think that, and it came down to squats too for that. It's
honestly every single exercise core should be involved
because it stabilizes you so much.
Exactly. Especially like as athletes, you know, I call myself an athlete. You know, like
we're not gonna deny it.
Like that core strength is so important.
Comes huge, yeah.
It's huge.
Exactly.
In a volleyball hit, you'd be surprised on how much. Like that's why I grunt all the time when I hit. It all comes from my core.
Guess you.
Like, I don't really have that much upper body strength.
Do what you gotta do.
Exactly. I don't really have that much upper body strength or anything, but I just grunt so hard, and then my hits just go hard.
You don't have that upper body strength yet.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
But no, that's like, I'm pretty sure or 100% sure that there is definitely people that have a similar story to you that they can definitely relate to what you went through, like that relationship weight, going through COVID, like it's kind of like one thing piled on top of the next, right? Like that's what sucks about this is that like if it's the toughest thing is getting started. That the longer you wait, imagine how much time has passed by the time you actually get started. That if you did 1% more than you usually do, you'd make huge changes in that long run.
To add on to that too, I feel like I can owe it to the fact that I got started all those years ago. That when I got back into it, I could remember some of the body movements to it, some of the proper forms to
That's
it, right?
awesome,
I didn't really have to
muscle memory, right?
Exactly. Like I didn't really have to feel like I was starting all the way back in step one. So
that's sick. That's sick. All right.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I put something on my story yesterday. I was like, what did I say? Discipline. Discipline's a hard thing to. It wasn't when I put that on my story. It wasn't necessarily for fitness, but we could definitely connect it to fitness.
That's a huge part, honestly.
But everything in life, it's like, what was the saying? You either live a hard life or you work hard.
Or it's like,
or
I think,
like
so I know what you're trying to say. It's like,
right?
if you like, it's, so it may not be the exact words, but it's like, if you make the easy choices now, you're going to have a hard life later.
Exactly.
So if you make those hard choices now, you're chilling the rest of the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Facts. That's a great way to put
That's
it.
definitely
There's
not how
everything.
it's said, but that's how I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to be disciplined, and you have to be. There's motivation for sure, and then there's also discipline as well.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, just an example. I keep going to this example, but European volleyball. Like a year ago, like September, I grinded. Like it was so hard to get 9 teams for each league.
Yeah.
Now it's filled already. We have 15
Exactly.
teams in each league.
Yeah.
But it's just like, just initially, just because I worked hard and talked to people and got those contacts, is the reason why it's slowly like less pressure now. People trust me. The biggest thing back then is like the trust. Like who's trusting this
course,
brown boy?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like a skinny brown boy, just like, oh yeah, I'm not even like the best volleyball player or anything, but like, you know, people were just like yeah, I'm starting a league, you know. And yeah, just that. But what I'm saying
You gotta
is
give
like,
yourself
discipline.
more credit, bro.
Nah,
This guy's a
that's
setter,
true.
but he's swinging. At points, he hits better than me. You know.
Chill. And that's
Hits
one
on twos.
hits on two, selfish.
Exactly.
No, that's definitely a consistency. Yeah, over the past year, I definitely improved in volleyball, but a year ago I wasn't the best. But anyways,
Well, also,
discipline.
like, so
Yeah.
to still go on to that, like, from you when you told me that story about how you started, like, it's been a year, and like you went to, like, from what it was to what it is now, like, seeing that growth in your league is like, it's inspiring for me.
Yeah.
Because like I was trying to, like, the same words that I just told you guys, right, about in terms of fitness, I was trying to do that for myself, except I didn't take my own advice. So imagine, like, if I started way back a year ago to where I am right now for my business stuff, like, incredible leaps would have been made, but I can only look forward to next year, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's all good, but yeah, one at a time. So how do you guys say discipline? Like what? I know you've been really disciplined recently. So
I mean,
like, what do you do?
I look at a discipline in a different sense, because discipline is what happens when the motivation's not there.
Exactly.
When when everybody's not gonna be motivated every day. I'm gonna feel lazy like all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I think what discipline is to me is, I think it's made from willpower as well, because it's that will to know that you can, like, you are going to struggle, but know what your end goal is, I guess.
Exactly.
And I think that having that having inner discipline is, like, I just think that it's what keeps it's one of the things that keeps you going when a lot of the other things aren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of feel how it is, right?
No, that's good. You having a goal, like, that's so important.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's the smallest one, it's at least that start, so that you have that slight motivation at the beginning to get started, so that we get the toughest part out of the way.
Yeah, because I'm assuming for you too, like, there's days where you probably just don't have the energy too, but knowing that.
See, okay, so I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So even if I don't want to go, I have.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? That's
Yeah.
that discipline
Yeah.
that's
No,
built
but
into you.
Why I brought this up too is he replied to my story saying that
Yeah.
find a way to like.
yeah.
Wait, what do you say?
Find a way to love what you hate.
Find a way to like. How did you do that?
So. Good question. All right. So the way I do that in terms of fitness is, so some people may not know this, but I am lazy sometimes. I can turn the switch on and off like when I want to, but I leave it on.
The volleyball, the set that he did.
Hey.
He could have literally bumped it, volleyed it, whatever he set like this. It was a dime set. It worked.
Hey, I've actually been practicing. That's a skill. Yeah, I had to combine it, skill and laziness
That's
together.
crazy. That's
you know,
crazy.
but okay, so yeah.
It's a work
So-
smart, not hard.
Exactly. So, but that's the thing where I have recognized that is one of my weaknesses, right? So, I just keep in mind that I'm working for at least tomorrow. So, not for tomorrow. Sorry, I mean, like, I'm working for my next workout, because I know that I'm going to be working out, well, at least one more time. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make it a little bit easier for myself for that next workout, because if I do what I really want to do, which is just sleep all day long,
Yeah.
or like play video games all day long, then I just need to at least get to that gym. If I get one exercise in there, because I know in the long run I'm gonna eventually keep going, that will still get me to where I am, but it's gonna take a lot longer.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get that. I feel like, Because what I kind of was trying to get at for you, I know you've been doing it a long time, but it's just with human nature, there's gonna be those days, and there's gonna be that.
Exactly.
But that's what the discipline is built on.
Exactly. Oh yeah. So building off of that, like, you're gonna have those days, but as a trainer, I need to walk the walk.
Yeah.
Right. So if I don't go, even though I should be, what kind of example am I setting for my players? You know what I mean?
That's a huge way to think about it too, because that's people literally like get your services because they're looking up to you for that, right? They you need to show them that if I you can do this too.
Exactly.
And who else are they going to base that off of if not you?
Exactly. I want to be a role model. You know.
I feel like that's what a personal trainer is in a sense, right?
Exactly. I am a role model.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's they don't write it on the job resume, but it's there.
Exactly. I'm pretty much I have to sell myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not in that way. Not in that way.
It's okay. No, it might be.
I have to market myself.
The blacklist, the black market link. It's right here. His services.
I am the product. You know, like
the hotel right here at Highway 7 and Jane at Highway 7. Monte Carlo.
Yeah, no, I totally.
We can edit this out.
We won't. For my fitness journey, I've always, if we're talking way before, like when I was 2 years old, 3 years old, my dad's friends used to be like, "Yo, this kid's never gonna be an athlete," because just the way that I used to,
for real?
Yeah, the way that I used to walk and like just like, I don't know, be a kid.
Yeah.
Like I just wasn't athletic. But at the same time, to judge, like I'm looking at my nephew now, I'm like, this guy can't even fucking catch a ball, and he's 5 years old. So, because that's the basics of volleyball. First, you have to learn how to catch a ball before I teach him bumping, right? But like he's learning, he's gotten better at catching a ball. But anyways, and yeah, so way back it was that, and then slowly I started getting into soccer because of recess. I was left-footed in soccer, but right-handed and everything else. So people were a little confused. This guy's still not an athlete. Eventually, I got better in soccer, and then.
I'm sorry. Who actually says this to you though?
No,
it's
it's like straight up family friends.
No.
Like there's a family friend in particular. No, but this is where I'm getting at. This is how I heard it. Okay, listen. So, yeah, and then my earliest memories is obviously my dad's a volleyball player. So grade 4 or 5, my dad used to bring me to the park and just used to say stuff like, "You have to give me 50 perfect volleys in a row, or else you're not going home for dinner." Like stuff like that. So that's how. I mean, you see my hands now; they're pretty buttered. It's because it's straight up because of all the reps of just setting. Yeah. Right. I wish my dad could have worked on more like reaction time and stuff. That's something I still struggle with. You know that.
Hey, you can always work on it now.
I know. I can. But a lot of old habits still. But yeah, I was just a setter. That's all I did growing up, and then slowly I actually hated the sport, and then I eventually, got.
Like you took time away from it?
No, I just hated it because my dad forced me into it, and also like at the time in elementary school, you know how slow volleyball is in elementary school, right? It's like quite a boring sport in elementary school.
It's ping pong, right?
Yeah. But then by grade 9, when I was the only one from my elementary school that made the high school team, I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. And then obviously faster paced volleyball, we're playing 5-1, etc. Right?
Yeah.
But anyways, along with that, I was never into fitness. I weighed probably, what I remember in grade 10, probably like 140, 135 pounds.
Right.
But I could jump.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I could still jump, and the thing is, the only reason why I could jump is just the reps. That's the only reason. No weight training, no nothing. And then, yeah. Oh, so why I was going to bring up the thing back was that family friend, like years later, I remember like grade 10, 11, he's just like, when you were a kid, I thought you'd never be athletic. Now you're out here winning tournaments, so. Yeah. So, like, that's what I'm saying. So, anyways, yeah, and then I carried volleyball and soccer pretty equally in high school. And then after high school, I started going to a gym a little bit. But it's nothing like, that's what I'm saying. So what I learned, I'm guessing, like, I talked to my friends, and this is how they all first start. They just go and just fuck around. They just lift weights. Do your curls. That's right. Just kind of do. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know that you have to add increments. You don't know how to get bigger. But at the same time, it just felt good. Like just curling, just seeing that little pump, and then just leaving. Seeing that little selfie and then leaving. You're like sick. right? But I used to go with my friends and stuff, and eventually I started getting to exercises that translates into volleyball, etc., right? But my biggest gym mark was definitely, it was I want to say early 2022, so actually a year ago.
Yeah.
I was in the best shape of my life a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a little bit of belly, but, it's getting better. I've lost some weight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what you guys said earlier, too. It was a girl. She put me in a dark place. And...
It's usually how it happens.
yeah. So, this girl in particular was just like, I used to wake up thinking about her and stuff, and it was really bad. So I just hired a personal trainer at the time, and the personal trainer was one of my friends growing up. The thing about this personal trainer is, like, he kind of, like, trained me, like, I told him, like, I want to train for volleyball. No, actually at the time I lied. This was during the pandemic, right? So there was not
Towards
really
the
any
end of it.
volleyball. Yeah, there's not really any volleyball, or, like, I didn't know where volleyball was going for me. So I just trained to get bigger, like, just for fitness. So I wish that I told him, hey, like, I want to train for volleyball, so he could have put more volleyball stuff in it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I started looking better, right? But that's all just because of her. And then after that, I got to a really good shape, really nice spot. And the thing is that when you're at a nice spot, you attract girls. And the first girl that fell for me, I fell for her. And then when that happened, I just, like, buy a gym. So it's literally what you said before. It's just like, once a girl kind of finds you, for me it was just a bad mindset thing, because, like, I was kind of broken at the time, where it's just like, I haven't had a girlfriend in a while, since like 2017-ish. Right. So, like, when I got heartbroken about this girl that wasn't even my girlfriend, and then all of a sudden getting a girl, like, girls were the only thing on my mind. Not really fitness itself. Fitness came with it.
Well, I guess, let me put it this way. I think I know where you're getting at. When that girl came into your life, you felt validated. I guess,
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So then that's when I'm just like, yo, she loves me. That's it. I'll stop going to the gym. I call my personal trainer. I'm like,
I don't need this.
I don't need
Fuck
it.
you.
Yeah. Thanks for past couple of months, but nah, we don't need you no more. But but I remember, like, at the time, that's also the same time that I won a league that I played in. Mm-hmm. And I was definitely in the best shape of my life. That was May 1st that year is when I won the league. And I just remember, just, like, every time I played in that league, every Sunday I used to wear, like, a tank top and stuff. I was just like, yo, I feel so good. Like, this is so sick. And I was sitting, and people in my team were just like, yo, Nihaal, you're getting bigger. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, and I used to...
Oh, no, yeah. So, sorry to interrupt, but, like, hearing... When people see the results and they tell you about it, like, it feels amazing.
God. Yeah, it's
like,
so validating,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah. For all that hard work,
100%.
so finally people are noticing it. Not just me,
Yeah.
That's sick.
No, yeah.
Can I add something onto that just before we continue yours? I just feel like there's also, I feel like sometimes a small detriment to that, because sometimes you feel like, and this was me early on too, is like when I would hear, it's like, hey, you're looking like in a lot better shape. And I'm like, there's something in my head that triggers, it's like, oh, you've made it. And then you just got to reel yourself back, and it's like, no, you have not. You got a long way to go. You still so much like you have yet to have achieved with this, right? Yeah. And that's where I guess some of the small struggle comes into play, where it's like you can hear all the outside noise, but that's where that also discipline continues. It's like you can hear all of that validation, but that's not all you have left in you.
Exactly.
So
Mamba mentality. You're not done.
You're not
Job's
done.
not finished.
Job's not finished.
Yeah.
That's definitely it. Yeah. So I learned since then to not just chill out. There's also a different mentality too, to be honest. Like, maybe it could have happened with the girls thing, where it's just like, I should have actually worked even harder those days, Just,
like when you're in the relationship?
No, yeah. As in, like, once I got the girlfriend, I gotta be like, hey, like, I
got her. Now,
I gotta keep her, like, happy kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Not even just for her, but for myself. But, like, I'm looking at it, and this is, At
least you know what to do for next time.
No, yeah.
One of the things my friend put, and I feel like it's a little superficial, but it does make sense. If a girl is attracted to your body, and you get into a relationship with that said girl, it shouldn't be your majority of your motivation, but it should be part of it where, like, it's something that she's attracted to, so try to keep.
Let me guess.
As well.
This is Shane that said this.
Of course it's Shane.
Okay.
Of course it's fucking Shane.
All right.
That sounds like Shane too, doesn't
That's
it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Shane's one of my boys. He's big into fitness as well.
Okay.
But like, that's one of the things that he told me. That's how he thinks about it as well.
All right. Let's say this one more time then. What was it?
Sorry, what?
Wait, what did you just say? So what did Shane say?
Yeah, what did Shane say?
So
What did Shane say?
so my boy said what's it called?
Just say Shane, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta remind him if he's watching that he's my boy, you know, because you are my boy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
shut up.
Hey, if he's your boy, he'll watch it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I just said it too, but
When a girl
when a
dates you
girl
for your
when a
money-
girl that dates you and she's attracted to your body,
Yeah.
shouldn't part of that like I think it's, how did he say it? You should, part of your motivation should also continue on just like to stay in that shape as well.
So when a girl wants your body,
Not wants your body, but
So
what I'm saying is like part of the part of a girl's attraction is physical, right?
Yeah.
And if she finds that attractive and you end up dating,
yeah.
that should be also something that you should
still
strive to keep yourself
yeah,
in shape
yeah,
for, right?
yeah.
So like maintaining it.
Exactly,
Keeping it
maintaining.
there,
Like instead of like feeling like you've achieved getting a girl and letting that go of it, it should be part of now
Right.
something to keep yourself in shape.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. It's not that, like I wasn't trying to say like, oh, like if a girl just wants you for your body, just keep your body in shape. No, I feel like he does make a valid point in that, where it's like now you have something added to your motivation to keep yourself, rather than get complacent.
It's extra motivation.
Exactly.
Like that motivation, you know, how you said before that it like dies down, you know?
Yeah.
At least there's an extra thing now to push you.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, that is my story. Oh, and in between that, just injury-wise too, it's what you said earlier. I think you've kind of mentioned it, where it's like you used to just play sports and then not really train for sports. So I didn't train for volleyball, obviously, and I jump a lot. There used to be tournaments that, like way before, I used to play like the little bit more rec tournaments where I was hitter, not setter, and I used to jump a lot. And I had a very bad case of jumper's knee where I thought like, yo, I'm never fucking playing volleyball again.
Yeah.
But this was like in 2019. I actually had to take a break all of most of 2019. Like I remember I couldn't even play soccer because jumper's knee was hurting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was also a little chubbier at the time. That's one of the things about jumper's knee. If you have like excess weight, there's more on the knees. And the reason why I was chubby at that time was I just got my office job, so I just started being lazy.
That's fair.
Started focusing on my office job kind of thing.
I get it.
But obviously the pandemic happened, and that's kind of the blessing in disguise, where I started working from home, and then I also rested. So just like a year without sports, or a year and a half, or however long without sports, and now, there's jumpers in you here and there. Like even right now, it's flaring up from just sitting a long time, but definitely not as bad as before. So, what I'm trying to get at is train for your sport if you're playing your sport all the time, especially like shoulders and knees for volleyball, because that's a complaint from everybody.
Yep.
Maybe
It really is.
maybe ankles too, wrists, everything. Just
gives me an idea, you know?
Yeah.
My brain's thinking.
yeah.
I gotta write some stuff down.
Right, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Phil, I want to ask you as well. You said, like, I know you've been prefacing like your injuries like throughout the podcast so far. How do you manage to keep your fitness with like steady while dealing with injuries, like working around that?
So, at the beginning, the ego was so big that I was like, let's take care of this myself. But obviously, as time passed, I'm still hurting. So I finally left my ego at the door and I went to physio, and I was able to, like, I'd be down to plug my physio in right now.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him in a while. So
Okay. Well, that means it's working. What do you mean?
Exactly. That's why, he provided me with some exercises that, because my laziness gets in the way.
Right.
Unfortunately, I use what he taught me to adjust them in my way so that I could do them no matter what, even
Yeah.
I
No, you were just able to do it like in like
Exactly.
any point of your life.
Yeah,
right?
I use my personal training stuff to complement the physio
Right.
exercises that I'm given. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one of your what would you say is one of your biggest setbacks you've dealt with in terms of your fitness journey? And how did you work your way through it?
Yeah. So my biggest setback, I'd say, is probably that laziness. That's what it really goes down to.
Yeah.
Because I want to enjoy my life.
Right.
So there's so many different aspects of fitness, right? There's athletes, training, but then in the fitness world, there's also athletes that are bodybuilders, that are powerlifters, that are CrossFitters. I can respect each different discipline in the fitness world because they love what they do and they keep doing it.
Yeah.
And like, especially like, let's say for a bodybuilder, right? In order to be that lean, you know how disciplined you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got the utmost respect for them. Like,
Yeah.
there was just the past show, like summer shredding. So one of my friends, he just competed in it, and then like seeing him in that, being able to push himself to be able to compete, he like, it inspired me that I'm never considered it really to potentially be in my own show kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't think I'm ready for that per se right now because I have that laziness that I have to deal with first, and I got like, see, so what I'm saying is I got a bunch of excuses because if I wanted to do it, I would.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, like, that's why I have so much respect for all of those different like disciplines of like fitness athletes.
Yeah.
Right? That I just don't want to be lazy. That's the thing.
I get you. I'm right there with you. I don't want to be lazy either, but I just am.
Yeah, it's tough. It's fun. It's
Yeah,
fun.
It is.
Getting
Not wrong.
getting distracted is so fun,
Exactly.
but it's like we are holding ourselves back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I was gonna say, it does start at that self-awareness. I think it's a positive thing that you are aware of that, and especially I feel like when you start to really get aware of it, it starts to, well, for me anyways, the sooner I became aware of my laziness, the sooner I can be like drawing like not giving it power.
Mm-hmm.
You give it less and less power. Even though I will still have my lazy days, that breaks through all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like to get myself out of the door to the gym or to get myself like anywhere that I want to be, like, it's definitely easier now than it was if I wasn't aware of it.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah, that's like the first step, right?
Yeah,
You need
exactly.
if you don't, how can you change something if you don't even know that
Exactly.
you have to change anything?
Yeah,
Right.
that's huge.
That's
Yeah. Wait. How about your? Sorry, I'm just
No, go for it.
throwing it to another subject. But how about your diet? Like, are you consistent with that? Are you? Do you try to? Like,
for me, that's the easiest part of it.
Must be nice.
so how's your diet? Do you
So,
do you,
but the
like,
thing is-
prepare?
No, not a chance.
Okay.
Because you gotta put so much work into that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So like,
right.
but the thing is, I've been working at this even before I started lifting. So like when I was an athlete growing up, I understood that food is energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be eating like, like rice and chicken, broccoli. So that's actually, I love it. Like, it tastes so good. I would eat it every day, every single meal if I could. Like, I know it's boring and stuff, right? But boring gets results.
Yeah.
Right? So like, I've been eating pretty much the same amount of food ever since I was a kid
Yeah.
because I knew I was going to be so active. So like, as much as I want to eat, this is where like my mindset for food is, I don't know if, like, it's different because I'm focusing on getting that energy first over the taste
Yeah.
kind of thing. But then that's where it goes to Filipino food, where it tastes so delicious,
So goddamn good.
but having it as often as we
The
do,
oils and stuff,
it's
right?
not. Yeah, it's not the best long
Yeah.
term.
Bro, it's greasy. The desserts are so sweet. Like, bro,
Yeah.
it's everything, dude. It's crazy.
Goes straight to love handles. Yeah.
And on top of that,
Yeah.
though,
But no, it's
so much rice.
yeah. But like, basically, it's just consistency, trying to stay disciplined the whole time.
So do you take any like protein powders or creatine or nothing like that?
When I started my journey, like back in like second year university around there, that's when I tried to, but like, it's a lot of water, right? So
Yeah.
I'd feel bloated and it didn't sit well with me,
Right.
kind of thing. So I decided to focus even more on my nutrition part because a supplement is called a supplement for a reason.
Yeah.
It's in addition to, right? So that's my thing on
that's a
real
good
quick
take.
about
That's a good
supplements.
take.
You
So
know?
very, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a really good way to, that's a really interesting take on that, because, like, why need supplements when you can, like, your take on it is basically why need supplements when your diet kind of gives you everything that you're,
Yeah.
Well,
You-
that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
If you're focusing on your nutrition, getting everything you need, right? But sometimes, like, eating. Well, the main thing as well, eating is fun.
Yeah.
Like I look forward to eating.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So I would rather eat my like chicken or like a steak rather than drink like a chocolate smoothie with some protein powder, which doesn't taste that good unless you find like your specific flavor you like, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I got you.
Yeah. I've tried a bunch of different, like I've tried whey protein, creatine. Those are the main two. I cannot recall ever trying pre-workout. I feel like
this guy's on pre-workout.
This
guy lives on
Bro,
pre-workout.
that's the only caffeine I consume. I don't even drink coffee or anything like that. Else I just drink my pre-workout.
Yeah. Like in the gym, right? Like you use it to get that energy that quick, right?
Yeah.
So like when I'm working out for that pre-workout, it's just because I'm at a place now where I know that if I take off this, it's showtime kind of thing. You know, like it's like I worked so hard that all right, let's show it off a little bit. Let's be an inspiration to other people now, because the people that were older than me before, they were my inspirations.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So, so that's another like topic on fitness real quick though, because like in terms of supplements, there's so many, right? So like there's BCAAs, there's there's I don't even know the name of them by heart, because the ones that are like scientifically the ones that are proven to actually like do something that to save your money to like are those main three, like whey protein, creatine, and like pre-workout.
Okay.
There may be one more, but I have to
check it out.
Yeah, but those are the main three pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Because like I feel like that's, to put it this way, when like I've been like looking at like doing my research or just like looking or like watching videos and stuff like that, or even just hearing from word of mouth, those are like, that's like the holy trinity of what I hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Like protein, creatine, pre-workout. That's
those are the ones that like, unless there's something else going on.
Yeah.
The average person, those are the three that you would need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. That's what I got on supplements. I can't really talk about them too much because I don't have the experience with it, right? But like those are the ones that I've tried, and they do work, right? Like also another reason why people take the supplements stuff is because muscles are filled with, like, they're made up of water, right? So like if you take them, your muscles will look fuller for that aesthetic, right? But the only thing is there's going to be other side effects that you have to be willing to.
What are side effects?
Like bloating is one of them.
Water retention,
Yeah, exactly.
You actually brought up an interesting point when the battery died. But multivitamins, like even growing up, I remember my parents used to be like, "Yo, eat these
Flintstones."
Yeah, the Flintstones.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. Yeah. Flintstones gummies or whatever, and even growing up right now, like sometimes I think my parents still take like vitamin D vitamins, and they just pop it to me sometimes, and I'm just all right, I'll pop one.
Yeah.
Popping pills with my
like
parents. Yeah, I'm popping pills with my parents. Yeah. But yeah, I think you brought up a very good point last time, or like a couple minutes ago, where you're just like, these are supplements, they're add-ons to your meal, right? But do you still use these vitamins every day, or
taking multivitamins?
Yeah.
As often as I remember. Trying to do it every day, but yeah. I need to come up with some system.
Do you feel like you get more energy those days, like before like a tournament or something, just pop more or something? I don't know. Just like bang bang bang. I don't know.
No, at least right now I can't think. I just know that I need them.
It's like a rave, man. You take more acid.
Just a little bit of tangent here, but before like a big event, like for me a tournament, or before like a big workout or something, do you guys have like a ritual? Like just
like in terms of which, like
no,
just in general?
No, like as in like just food wise, or like for me, like I know like before every tournament I need everything bagel toast with butter and an ice cap.
True.
Like I need
there's something that kind of get you in your zone, right? Like how Michael Jordan had a steak dinner before a game or something, right? I wouldn't say I have an eating ritual. I think my ritual, and it's probably just more my body, I just try to take a shit before I work out.
For real.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Makes you feel lighter.
Yeah,
you know?
it really does. It really does. That's pretty much it. I just try to take, whether it's right at the gym or before I leave home or work, I just try to take a shit.
True. Well, for me, like, in terms of food routine, what I do is I try to make sure I get, like, quick carbs. So my go-tos are, like, a banana.
Yeah.
Or, like, Rice Krispies. Or, like, rice cakes.
Yeah, you snacked the entire tournament. Yeah, like you didn't even have a full meal.
Yeah, like, I can't remember which tournament it was, but one that we played, like, previously, I was like, I ate something, and then I couldn't jump anymore. I was so tired. So I was like, all right, this time I want to perform better, you know? So that's why I was just
snacking.
I had rice cakes. What else did I get?
Yeah.
I had bear paws.
So I was just snacking the entire time.
So just like that small, steady like intake of it, right?
Exactly, just getting carbs in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Like, so going back to something that you were talking about before, where like I believe you said, I don't know if I said it or you said it, that keto, like that you tried it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where keto is something that. So let's go into this whole topic about.
Can you remind me what keto is? Sorry,
so it's when you, like the amount of carbohydrate that you intake is like almost nothing. Like you're still taking a little bit,
so just
but
like
you gotta
vegetables and meat and stuff.
you gotta literally count it, because then if not, it'll some stuff in your body's gonna.
Isn't that whole thing of like not eating carbs is so that your body takes energy from your fat reserves, kind of thing?
So it's
pretty
to lose
much,
fat.
yeah. It's and also like it will start to use ketones as the source of energy.
Yeah.
And so like that's why like if you ever how long were you on keto for?
Honestly, I tried that for like about like a month. And this
True. And then so this is something that like how was your experience in like the first few weeks? Was it like a lot like your in terms of like energy levels? Like was it normal or was it way down?
I was like way down. I'll be real. I was way down. Like energy levels and just like emotional levels. I was just like so like out of it.
Yeah. So that's where your body is adapting to what is going on in terms of energy, where we no longer use carbs because carbs are our primary source of energy.
Yeah.
Right. So getting rid of that to replace it with something, that's why our body's trying to get used to this and adapt to it. So that's why like the first couple of weeks is usually tough. But if you're just like the gym, if just like getting started, right? If you're able to get through that small little window, well, it's not really, it feels like forever, right? But if you're able to get through that small window, if you continue to go through it for the rest of your life, or like at least as long as possible, you'll get amazing results.
Yeah.
Right.
What's that? There's a state based off that, like keto, right? It's like, is it ketosis or whatever the phrase?
Yeah, you gotta be exactly. See, so you know what it is. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. It's the issue is being in ketosis.
Yeah.
You know, staying in it the whole time.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. Kudos to those that do that too. You know, a lot of people use it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me pulling out a bit, for me it's just I had to have some sort of carbs. So for me, instead of like taking that out of my diet, I just started I healthily put it back into a lower amount.
Yeah.
Like for me, instead of like, you know how with Filipinos, bro, when you're getting from the rice cooker, you're just taking a full scoop of rice out of there.
Carbs are everything. Like white rice, you know, like if there's none of it, we get upset.
For real. It's bro, when you can't have a lot of our desserts are based off rice, like puto, bro.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Tastes so good.
So good. But like for me, I guess getting back into like taking myself out of that, for me it's like, instead of a full like 2 scoops of rice, maybe you take a spoon instead, or 2 scoops. There are 2 spoons, and just put it on there. Replace it with broccoli and vegetables.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just making small changes that accumulate over a long period of time.
Exactly. And for me, it's like I would still like, even then, it's like bananas are a great source of carbs. So for here, it's like instead of overloading on carbs on big meals, I'll have a snack of a banana throughout the day at that time. That's what I was kind of doing.
Awesome. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Nowadays, I can't say, I'll be the first to admit, I don't really adhere to that as much. And that's just more like, for me, I just love food way too much, man.
I get it. But just remember, that's right now.
Yeah.
It's about who you will be going forward.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
What was it?
Also,
I lost your train of thought.
is the camera
on you?
Like,
yeah, we could fix it.
Yeah.
You a little out of frame.
Exactly.
But we'll keep the camera on.
I want to be able to turn towards you guys. You know?
Let's see. I'm gonna look at the camera right in the eyes as I do this. Just like you guys. I'll stare into all your souls. And let's see. Once you get in there.
That should be.
That should be great. Let's see.
Okay, we just fixed the camera a bit. Yeah.
We're not cutting that out. I stared into their souls for a reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry. No, I just wanted to bring up something interesting, and one of the reasons why I brought you this podcast in the first place. When we had dinner with like our team on Saturday, you said something very interesting. You said that growing up, you were like a skinny kid that didn't get that much attention from girls,
When I said
Or
did I
something
say
like
this?
that. Yeah, or something
Say
like that.
for real?
Or something like that. Yeah, you said something
I
like
mean,
that.
it's true. But
Yeah.
Plausible.
Yeah,
deniability.
yeah.
Well,
as in,
also could be maybe I just didn't
Maybe.
focus on.
Maybe
that.
it's maybe it's not the body, maybe it's not, maybe it's this. But what I'm trying to get to is like after you worked out and now like you're physically
Mhm.
charming. So have you noticed a difference? Be honest. Or
There's more eye contact is being made.
more eye contact. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's mostly compliments from dudes, not girls, right?
That's
That's what it is.
Well,
That's how it is.
you know, bros gotta lift each other up. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't hurt for the ladies to compliment the men as well. You know.
Compliment him, man. Comment down below.
We want to feel like baddies too, you know.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
As a tear slowly rolls down. No, but I get you. It's I don't know. I think there's a point where, and I can't speak on this too much to myself, but it's like there's a point where in fitness, especially when I first started out, it becomes like it might be a starting motivator, but it becomes so like way less and way less and way less of it. Like
which? Like girls as motivation?
Exactly. I think that's where I started, especially because I think I mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But the more you just fall in love with the process of
Exactly.
it. And it's like it sustains you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like to add on to that, I think it's when you're starting your fitness journey.
Mm-hmm.
So like when we're high schoolers, university, it's most likely to get girls, right? But there are people that
it's not wrong.
get started when they're like 40, 50. That's when the reasons change. Maybe it's now for our health.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now it's because something is hurting us that we need to now. Movement is medicine.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I have.
So that's one of the things that I like to preach in terms of my
Mm-hmm.
philosophy of training. But yeah, like it just depends on when and where. But most of the times, the people that are there from the very beginning, you will probably go through all of it. That all of these reasons. It's just a matter of when, you know.
When each reason kicks in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the goal is to make sure that, at least for me, that the health reason never happens.
Yeah.
Or at least I can limit it, and I'll do what I can to control that when there's so many different things going on with that.
There's one thing I also want to add on to that in terms of the health reason. Like, I always thought of it this way when I see parents who struggle to pick up their kids or something like that, or like carry their kids to bed.
Mm-hmm.
If I think of myself in the future, I don't ever want to be that kind of person, or I don't ever want to be a person who can't play with his children as they get older. You know,
Yeah.
whether they're learning sports or they're swimming in the water, or even in a knock on wood, like nobody should ever have to deal with this, but a time where you might need a physical ability to save your kid. I think that's a huge motivator in a sense where, not necessarily even a huge motivator, but I think that's something that should be in the background of your mind, especially if that's something you want to keep throughout your life, right?
I actually never thought about that.
Yeah.
Super,
Add it to the list.
Exactly. Hey, Superman's strength is real for real though.
Yeah.
You know? But then imagine if you just have that on a regular basis.
Yeah, facts.
Like Holden, going grocery shopping so easy now, you know? You get to.
You ever hear those freak stories about like how somebody's like child was like stuck under a tree or a car and then
exactly,
somebody
they
just
lift-
lifted.
And it's like usually the mom. You
Yeah, it's so crazy.
know? But no, it's for real. Like,
Yeah.
legit, like.
Unleashed muscle mommy, you know.
True. Yeah. No. I believe it. I
Mhm.
believe it. Hopefully, it doesn't get to that point. You
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
Yeah, for sure. But like just to know, like just to have that confidence or just that reassurance in the background of your mind that you have the ability to do that, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. That would be so sick.
Yeah.
I also wanted to bring out one more thing about the pre-tournament, pre-game thing that I mentioned earlier. I remember way back, like when we first met. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably still do this now, but the first couple league games that we played together, your pre-game routine is just listening to your headphones. Like, I have music on the speaker, we're chilling, everyone's listening to my music, but you're just in your headphones, you're just in the corner, not talking to anybody. Towards the end of the league, you were just talking to everybody, but at the beginning of the league, you were talking to anybody, you were just in the corner.
See, I'm a shy guy. I'll admit it. You know? Like, when I first meet people, I will put my guard up for real.
Yeah.
Like a shell, you know? Like, you know, Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
literally
but
it, like, you know,
that's-
it's like
okay,
it's
okay.
like turtling.
Yeah.
You just, you know.
I thought that was like your pre-game routine where you're about to fuck everyone up, because
Well,
you did fuck people
so
up that game, bro.
That is
Yeah.
that's a big part of it, but
Yeah.
then also at the time of my life when I started there, I was like working so hard on like working on myself to stay focused that I needed to do that. Like I was trying to block out the outside.
Can you work out without headphones?
Of course.
Is it like, do you prefer to work out without headphones?
I prefer to have music.
Yeah.
Like, but I won't let it stop me.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like for me I don't know. I think I've already just fucked myself mentally for that, but. For me, it's just so much more annoying to work out without headphones.
Have you ever had a time where you had to bus back home?
No, I've never. No, I will never do that. If I'm there, I'm there.
Okay.
But like,
it gets you in the zone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it does get me in the zone because I get to choose what I listen to, right?
Exactly.
Instead of like being at, I go to a commercial.
Exactly. Not gonna lie, whoever got the aux sometimes
It's not.
tough.
It's not it. Like.
Hey,
I'll
plug Quick Fitness. Our music is fire.
Hell yeah.
It's.
You guys got a social for Quick Fitness?
What's that? We do. Yes. We
On
do.
Instagram?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll plug it right here, right now.
Yeah.
You heard it here. Quick Fitness, right here.
Let's go.
But yeah, no. I like for me when it comes to that, like, I go to a commercial gym and all they play is TikTok songs.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane.
Like it'll motivate the younger audience.
Yeah. But for me, when I'm listening to like, what's like a really annoying TikTok song? Like, I don't know, like an old like Doja Cat or song or something like that, bro. I'll lose my shit. I'll be like, this is so annoying.
How about a hopeless romantic all my life?
Wait, that's K-pop, bro. I'll jump onto that anytime, bro.
Okay, six.
I'm feeling low. While I'm playing a bench, bro.
Hey,
It goes crazy. You good?
Yeah. My bad.
You good?
But yeah, nah, do what you gotta do. You know?
Yeah, facts.
Also, I also just wanted to do one more spin-off of since NBA and NHL is coming soon. I know you're a huge fan of just sports in general, and you too.
Yeah.
I don't know about NHL that much.
I can talk NHL.
You can talk.
I can talk NHL.
Okay.
Hey.
So I'm just gonna ask like a very simple question, but we have the Raptors and Leafs over here. What is your prediction in the standings? Raw prediction. We're gonna look at this in like by June, and we're like, yo, we're fucking wrong or we're right, kind of thing. Raw prediction of what they're gonna end up at the end of the playoffs with the Leafs first.
Leafs are now going to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
We need to take baby steps because last season
crazy.
was
First round.
a crazy win.
Yeah.
If there's anybody that is upset by what the Leafs did last year,
Like, come on, like
getting swept.
you
Like
have no
Florida?
idea how much
Hey,
pain Leafs fans have been through.
we won a series. It's like we already won the Stanley Cup.
Yo, no, that's
You know?
that's the craziest I've seen Toronto since the Raptors won. You know, everybody went crazy.
It's sad to say though, you know? But like legit, like the amount of years of
Heartbreak.
disappointment. We finally won. We got a glimpse of what's gonna happen soon.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like we're also riding a high because we just re-signed Austin Matthews.
Exactly, and that's like 4 years, right?
I think it's 4 years. Yeah.
So that's our window.
That is our
Mr.
window.
Who's our new GM, Ferguson?
Yeah, because they fired out Dubas, right? Yeah.
I don't know about firing Dubas, but
It's,
listen,
some
it was coming?
It had to. Like, as much as a great job you did, it's always about results. It's a business.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm learning.
Yeah.
You know? If you don't perform, as no matter as well of a good job you've done, there's always more you can do.
100%.
Yeah.
I get
Sure.
you.
Yeah.
All right. What about the Raptors?
No, you didn't even see the standings. Like, where are they going to finish
So,
in the conference?
Like in conference?
There's three conferences, right?
It's not conferences anymore. It's divisions,
in
right?
the
Division.
Do you think they're going to be division winners or second, third?
I
So you're saying definitely playoffs for sure.
Yeah.
But
I
do you
think we can be top three because I feel like Boston's just a stronger
Really?
team. Boston, like coming off a season like that, and they haven't really made any roster changes.
have we made roster changes? A little bit.
I'm pretty sure.
All our main guys are still there, right?
We lost. Yeah. So our
Who do we lose?
our core is there.
Yeah. Who do we lose?
So that's why our core four is there. Bro, you know how much experience you guys got? Let's use it. It's about time.
Yeah, they're pretty much my age, 25.
Exactly.
Right?
And all of them scored at least like 35 goals too.
Exactly.
That's huge. Like,
Here. So I will not predict the regular season because it doesn't matter. Leafs are going to make the playoffs.
Bro.
Yeah.
Right? Just get in. It's about let's perform in the playoffs.
yeah,
All at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
But also it's been tough. Like, right? Because one of the years that they actually would have been, like, amazing was, do you guys remember the COVID year? Where Columbus and Mr. Johnny T.
yeah.
It was tough to see that, but...
Oh, that was the year we faced the Canadians in the when he got with the knee head to the head, right?
Yeah.
That was the kid
Was it
from
against
Montreal.
Columbus or
Because that was Montreal because Corey Perry was on
Yeah,
the
that was
line.
Montreal.
it
That was
was.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Holy, my.
No, the
memories,
Columbus-
all of these first losses are joints coming
Yeah.
together.
I remember Columbus because we just could not score.
Oh yeah.
That was the one we just could not score.
True, but that year, like when.
I think the Montreal year was the year that we could have made it to the
Yeah,
finals.
for sure.
But
That was a strong team.
and also even like way before the Capitals year, that would have been pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad the Capitals won that
I
year,
think
but
that was the first.
that was the first
year with
Yeah.
Austin Matthews. Right?
Yeah.
yeah, first year that we made it to the playoffs.
That was a
after-
40-goal rookie, right? That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised at how much hockey you know. I think you know more than me at this point. It's probably because you hang out with Andy a lot too. Maybe.
Well, the thing is, I'm a big stats head,
Uh,
so I like to read up on a lot of like
Great,
sports
yeah.
stats and players. So yeah,
It's so like.
I think they're gonna finish third in the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
think Florida and Boston's gonna be ahead. I think Florida's gonna take that leap after
What about
riding the high
Tampa?
this year.
No, I
Tampa's
Tampa's almost
fallen.
Tampa, yeah.
Stamkos
Their
is getting
prime is
old.
over now.
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll see. Yeah, Florida definitely proved. I think their offense this year was just put the pucks in deep and just chase. It was the craziest offensive scheme I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
They didn't care. They just kept putting the pucks in deep. Like,
They wanted
excessively.
it more, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They had heart.
it was crazy.
The thing, I will say this: the craziest thing about our last playoff win with the Leafs. Remember the fight where our both first lines just fought, where it was Matthews and Stamkos, and then like there was like that whole big fight on the ice. That was crazy to me.
trying to remember. That's probably years ago, right?
No, that was last year.
It was last year
This was
for
last
real?
year because
Like
like
the regular season or playoffs?
playoffs. It was playoffs in
Yeah.
the series because there was like a whole big
Yeah.
big scrap, and then Stamkos went up to Matthews, just started punching him, and then Matthews had to retaliate.
I kind of remember that.
It
Yeah.
was crazy. It was crazy.
Our team is finally showing heart.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So it looks- damn. So that means that I didn't even really watch the playoffs. All right, this year I'm gonna watch every game, and I'm
He
gonna watch them.
was watching it at volleyball. It was crazy. I remember that.
That's not for real, because
That's
like,
literally why I bought the Chromebook so I could watch games.
Yeah.
Catch up. Yeah.
it's been tough.
Raptors. I don't think they're making the playoffs.
I think Raptors could make play in.
Really? I don't think they. I think they're gonna be like.
Here's the thing: I think they'll be like 9th or 10th, and then they'll get to play the play in.
They're in that. They're in that weird.
But here's the thing: like if a team that's 35 wins can hit the playoffs or play in, then I think the Raptors can hit 35, 36 wins.
Raptors right now reminds me of the Portland Trailblazers.
From which year?
From when they just couldn't make the playoffs, or like 9-10, and they have Damian Lillard.
Was this before or after Brandon Roy?
Way after.
Way after.
If it's Dame, then it's after.
Yeah.
That team was such a waste, though. Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge, Greg Oden. Oh my God.
Bro, Greg Oden's guy.
I feel like he could have been good. I feel like he could have been so good.
I feel like controversial topic right here. I feel like Andrea Bargnani is hated on for no reason. I feel like
It's because he made the commercial.
yeah, exactly. No, dude, he used to actually be my idol growing up. I'm not even joking. Like I used to
So
love
you used
that
to
guy.
shoot like him?
Yeah, straight up.
I remember the Primo commercials all the time.
Yeah,
though.
I loved it. No, but he actually did drop some crazy stats in his prime years. Like that's what I saw growing up, right?
Like he
2008,
wasn't
2009.
he wasn't bad, but he wasn't the leader that they
Yeah.
needed another leader.
Well, here's the thing: he didn't produce how a first overall pick
Yeah,
should.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing,
you know,
first overall for an Italian guy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
yeah, because like you think of first overall picks, like who comes to mind? John Wall, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, like those guys are like people who produce.
Exactly.
Derrick Rose,
Exactly.
Dwight Howard.
Exactly.
We didn't get none of that.
Potentially Wembanyama or whatever.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards,
That's
bro.
the game.
For more
Anthony
recent-
Edwards has been
Exactly.
He's
doing
fucking
so
insane.
good.
He is.
Oh my god, the playoff series, he almost was it one bucket away or something?
Yeah, I think he
buzzer
missed the jumper. I think
Oh
it was in
my
mid-range.
gosh.
Now he's killing it
That was a
in
plan.
FIBA, right?
He's definitely the best player on that team.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Now he's just got to keep it going. He's got the momentum, you know?
Yep.
He also started in a movie as the bad guy.
Did he actually? Which,
What was it? The
He played it. It was the basketball movie.
the
right?
basketball
The one
movie,
with
Adam Sandler movie.
yeah.
Oh, fuck, I forgot
it
his
was
name.
recent?
Yeah, it lasts like 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie.
Like the bad guy's
Check
like
this out.
yeah.
He was like a rival player. So
You guys remember what it's called? Plugging Netflix.
I have to
where's the
search it.
sponsor?
I have to search it up.
Sure, yeah.
Do you think the Jays will make the playoffs?
The Jays? So
It's
that's
such a tough
that's-
division.
when it comes when it comes to baseball. The
You have to
Jays
finish
never,
first in the division, right?
There's wild card. There's 2 wild card spots,
Okay.
so
So you
that's
can
why
finish
they're-
second, then,
exactly. But like, the Jays are always in a tough division, but that's why you gotta field a tough. You gotta field a good team every year.
Let's
right?
put it this way, Nihaal. Last year, I think it was last year or last.
No,
or 2
last
years
year I
ago,
remember last year. So that was
4 out of the 5 teams in our division finished with 90
That's
wins.
crazy.
Like I think the wild cards were taken up by our division alone.
Yeah, like that's probably gonna happen.
I don't
Exactly.
like I don't like the playoff structure for baseball.
Really?
I feel like it should be like top 8 moves on. Just
No,
like,
it can't be that way.
Why not?
Because the way it's structured is it's broken down.
AL and NL. Still, are you talking about the what is it called? Pitchers can't hit or something?
Not even. It's not even that because they got rid of that. DH.
Yeah.
They took.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's.
You can DH now.
Oh, okay.
It's not it's not even that.
What does
like,
DH mean?
Designated hitter.
Yeah.
So the designated hitter is called that because he hits
Only
for the
hit.
pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
playing baseball, if I could be a DH for real, that would be so fun.
Oh, so all you do is
You
hit.
could
Just hit.
You could
That's
DH for
it.
me.
I bet.
I ain't much of a hitter. I can pinch run, but
Yeah, that's fine.
So
That's-
who's the DH of Blue Jays?
it changes always.
it changes all the time.
So like usually like at times the Jays had amazing DHs. Like there was Frank Thomas at one point. This guy after his amazing time in with the White Sox and stuff.
yeah,
right? Like,
and the Athletics too, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like this guy hit. He was just there to hit bombs or strike out because this guy swung so hard. You know, like he's so powerful that it's either a bomb or he's walking back
Yeah.
sad. You
Well,
know.
Jason Giambi was a great DH.
Yeah.
Edgar, what's it called? What's his name? From the Mariners back in the '90s, like
Mariners.
Edgar Rodriguez,
Trying to remember.
something like that. But he has the I think he has the DH like what's it called award named after him.
Did he actually?
Yeah, because he was like on the Mariners because they had a team with Griffey and Ichiro and all those guys. So
True. See, I focus more on like the AL East a little
Right,
bit.
fair
so like
enough.
even Encarnacion,
he
this
was a
guy
great
was
DH. Once they got him off the field, he was amazing.
Parrot. Let's go. Exactly. Yeah, those were the years.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing about baseball, you know how you mentioned way before. Sorry, I keep doing this, but
No, it's
you
okay.
said
Fine.
that baseball. A lot of people think baseball is a boring
Boring.
sport. That's kind of me too. But at the same time, like it's great to just have in the background while I'm building Lego or something. Like I'm doing something and then have in the background. But just sitting and watching baseball.
Nah, you'll get me glued to that screen. Every
Really?
time. I don't
If you
go.
play, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, because you understand the nuances, I guess.
It's just
but-
yeah.
I think for me, as well with it.
But how about growing up, like as
no,
as like just you're just in the outfield just chilling.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It is
How? You're
chilling.
just standing. What do you
You're
mean?
chilling.
Because
you know,
like here's the thing, you can't chill too hard. So that zone is always something you lock into no matter what.
Okay.
And it's like it's for me what drove me as well as the potential. It's like, oh, can I just one chuck this and gun this runner out who's running from the left
exactly.
field?
Yeah, like while I'm just chilling there, like I'm always just like imagine like, oh, this ball's gonna come to me. I'm gonna make a sick play. You know?
I always thought about it like, can I make a Bautista diving catch, you know, and then like
Yeah.
one arm it all the way to home
Yeah.
plate, you know?
Wait. So what did you play growing up? You played house league. What did you play?
So I played AAA most of my life.
Okay.
For Vaughn.
Vaughn Vikings and Richmond Hill Phoenix.
Nice.
Ah,
I miss
okay.
those boys. You know those guys. It
But
was-
then you selected volleyball for 1
Yeah.
year, Venom for 1 year, right? Or do you do both that year?
I was playing like AAA and elite level baseball at the same time as playing like OVA with. I played with. Who did I play with? I played Wolfpack. Let's go.
Oh fuck
Yeah, that's like Stevie.
Yeah.
Who else was in there? Mike was in there. Eric in there.
How about Joey Jarvis? No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Joey. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just he's not playing in the league though. That's why. You know?
Dave-
Wait, oh, you played in the tournament, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was Joey. There was Danny.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Who else was in there? There's so many.
So they don't. That club doesn't exist anymore, right?
It was like a 1 or 2 year thing, and then after that I went to Storm.
You know what? The reason why I know that is because Joey Jarvis entered a team for my tournament in February, and
Yeah.
their team
Oh, yeah, I
name was
remember.
Wolfpack. Yeah.
Was it actually?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, no, it was that year. That was so sick. It was so fun. Like, I wish that team was able to stay together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What position do you play in that?
I was middle.
Really?
Yeah,
What did Joey play?
he was left side.
Last time. You guys like double your height. He played last time. That's crazy.
Exactly. No, I was trying to create
You were
space
quick.
for him all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It was so. I remember those
Yeah.
days. I always.
You wish there was
reminisce, you know,
videos,
always
right?
go
Can you
back.
imagine if there's
Yeah.
like videos back?
I have like pictures, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I know. That's how I record everything. I feel like even in like 5 years, we're gonna like look at this, and be like, oh, these are glory days of YRV. Back when we didn't have any joint pains, you know, like it's like.
Yeah, when I Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Good days.
Good days. Sorry for the tangents. I feel like I keep cutting you off. You want to say anything? You good?
No, it's fine. Like it's not as bad as when we first started. We have this Instagram reel or TikTok that we did where I think for a good maybe span of 2 minutes, I was trying to talk, and they would just bring something up within 3 seconds of me like starting a sentence.
They don't want to hear your voice.
And then it got to a point where I was just like,
Can I talk now?
so when can I talk? Like, and I think it was literally just because we were trying to segue into like actual next topic, and you guys kept bringing up like it was because it's November, so no shave November, and I'm just like. But yeah, no, that like it made for a good reel at least. So.
Are you guys gonna be doing it this year? No.
I always do it.
Right?
I know shape mustache.
True. I've
No, I'm
never.
Filipino. I gotta keep what I got. Man.
I always try to, but I feel like this is the year that I can finally have something visible.
Yeah.
My mustache is actually there.
Yeah.
My Tito vibes are coming in finally.
Bro, like I'm telling you, like you know my struggle, bro. Like trying to grow a beard or like a mustache, like full.
How long does it take? Like this was 2 days.
For real?
This. That's crazy.
Like the
I
stubble.
don't think
I don't know. See, like this right now, it's like maybe like a week.
Really?
Yeah, this here is probably like 4 days.
It's tough time.
Yeah.
But my brother, he got a sick beard, so that means I should be able to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta start rubbing that. What's that oil that you put on there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
I don't know what that makes
beard oil.
sense.
Ask Kieran.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, out of all the Asian, like East Asian countries, I think Filipinos have the most facial hair. No.
True.
I think so. I think so.
I mean,
I'm
maybe
willing to bet on it.
Indonesian.
it's.
I think I'm willing to bet on
The
this.
competition in that is pretty easy. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's not. Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the island life. You know, like we just got beards.
Or it might be the ancestors. Like you guys are a little more dark skinned, so maybe you guys have some Indian in you or something.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what we were before. Like we got colonized. I think it was a lot of just like native.
Oh, like
yeah,
native.
it was really native, like dark skinned, like native. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. So slowly but surely. Hopefully, Phil's been a great guest.
So thank you for
Love having
me.
you on.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you for allowing or giving me a space to share my fitness journey.
Dude,
you know,
for
And
sure.
That's
then
amazing.
Also for sharing yours
Yeah.
story as well.
Honestly, I think it's just great motivation, whether it's for us or any of our viewers. Like it's great. Like I think
it's like what you said about how you used to look up to people growing up, and then now you're kind of at that point. So it's just like it's good.
But it's also great because you're giving people an outlet to look at you. You know, like you're giving that channel.
And also a reminder to them that like I wasn't always jacked. And you can't, bro. The camera doesn't even show how jacked this guy is.
Bro,
It's flex a little bit, bro. Look at the forearm itself.
It's pump cover, you know.
You can tell.
Look, that's crazy. Holy shit, that's insane. Yeah, pump covers. Never. You gotta meet him in real life. To see. Or you could go to Instagram and there might be.
Yeah, where can we find you on Instagram if you want to plug that down here?
Huh? I thought you were gonna plug my OnlyFans. Just kidding.
Oh, is it feet or regular?
Nah. I'm just kidding.
It's
I'm
both.
just kidding.
It's both.
So my Instagram though is trained by Philippe. That is also a long story that my name has changed so much. Just trying to figure out, but I'm happy with what it is, because at least until I find somebody else with the similar training philosophy as me, then it'll be trained with Philip and friends,
Hey, it's gonna start a brand,
Exactly.
I love that. Well, speaking of where you can find you, you can also find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Nice little segue, right?
Let's go.
You can find us on all of that at Across the Street Pod. You can find our reels there, our full-length videos. You can find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcast.
Okay.
I think we're up on Apple Podcasts now too.
These
you can find
guys
us
are
all there.
Hustling.
We are trying our best, man.
Let's go.
You can find all our episodes there, the full audio as well.
So the only reason why we brought Phil is for clickbait.
For the thumbnail, right?
For the thumbnail.
We need more female engagement, you know what I mean?
More female engagement, exactly. Oh my god, who is that?
We need the baddies just to click on that, because
that's
hopefully once they go after him, some will bleed out for us, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys help me provide a space for my fitness stuff. I'll help you guys.
We all work together.
Sheesh.
Win-win all the time.
Bros lift each other up, you know?
Exactly.
You always gotta work together.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, for you guys out there watching this and listening to this, comment down below your fitness journey, your struggles, your triumphs. We'd love to hear all of that. We love reading your stuff in the comments as well. another thing that you want to add too is like your background in fitness. Like, well, are you athletic? Are you starting from nothing? Are you starting from, like, are you rehabbing? Certain things like that. We'd just love to hear it all. We'd love to hear what you guys have to think about that. Even on our fitness journeys, all three of us, comment what you think on where we've gotten to our points.
For sure, and definitely give me a follow on Trained by Philip, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. No?
24 hours is a good time. It's a good time.
I can confirm he's a fast replier.
Is he faster than you?
Faster than you? Sometimes. I live here on Red quite often these days.
Yeah. It's a bitch.
But at the same time, I just know.
You got the read receipts on, or
Yeah, I do.
He leaves it on.
No, you need to. If you're gonna do that, at least let them know.
Yeah.
I leave my closer friends on red on purpose. So I'm just like, I'll get to it eventually. But yeah.
Got to know your values. No, I'm playing. But yeah, like, what's it called? You can follow me and Nihaal. Our socials are down below on YouTube. I don't know mine by heart. It's just kind of there. I'll plug it here on the screen for both of us. They'll be right here this time. I usually don't, but we'll do it starting today.
There you go. Let's go.
So you can follow us there.
Yeah. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah,
this was a lot of fun. We're
glad to have had you on. It was honestly like for my first day meeting you, it's hella dope. A fellow Filipino on.
Let's go.
Finally, some representation out here, bro.
Pride,
Yeah.
Let's put a Filipino flag.
Hell yeah, right here. I don't even know the national anthem. We can play in the background right now. Wait, why am I saying
stand up?
Wait, no, I'm not doing that. That's just more work for me to edit, bro. I'll do the flag.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. To wrap it up, this has been the Cross the Street Pod. We upload every Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on all the channels listed that I just listed. I'm not going through that again. But yeah, as for us, this has been Daniel. It's been Nihaal. It's been Philip. You guys can find us on all our socials, and we will see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you.